This episode of the I Know podcast is brought to you by Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker Black Label is one of life's true icons, a masterful blend of single malt and grain whiskies from across Scotland. Aged for about even more than 12 years. The result is a timeless classic with depth and a balance of flavor. Drink it with ice, neat, or you could drink it like me with some chaser. Johnny Walker, sweetness wrapped in smoke.
This episode of the INL podcast is also sponsored by Ike Harmony. Ike Harmony offers a range of massage services to address soft tissue pain, dysfunction, and injury. They also aim to help support the recovery of a person with high active lifestyles. You're working in a 9-to-5 and a high-stress environment. If you don't know if you need a massage or not, just give Ike Harmony a call at 259-7719. Once again, that is 259-7719.
This is the I Know podcast where we all about healthy debate, honest conversation, and talking bare junk. Information, knowledge, observation. This is the I Know podcast. I-N-O, information, knowledge, observation. Also, I know nothing. We got Kofi. Big up a man like Mosey.
Oi.
On the outside, we got Romar. Also, DJ 32. My name is Marcus Myers. And again, this is the I Know podcast. And we have a very special guest today. You know the face. You know the lisp. You know everything about this man. You know everything about this man, man. All right.
Let's start the party.
Let's start the party.
Let's go.
But,
you know what you were doing.
Okay, seriously, if I call names like Ducking by Father Fox, if I call Forget About It by Corinne Dubois, if I call I Like Myself Lil Rick, if I call Wasteland Energy Lil Rick, if I call Carnival Addiction, come on. Many men from 50 Cent. Celine Dion, man, she do this whole Titanic thing. This man has produced every...
That's one of my favorites.
This man is responsible for the songs of the season for years and years and years. And you here to kick it with the man, and I'm really happy that you're here. On behalf of all the men, welcome to I Know Podcast. We got Daddy Bubbles.
Hey.
What's the word, dog? What's the word, man?
I'm good. I'm actually glad. Well, first of all, I hate doing interviews.
Really?
I really suck because I think I'm a boring individual. Secondly, the lisping was real good. And I'm glad that we started off firing shots.
But can we though?
We can.
No. But here's the thing though. Here's the interesting thing about it. Think about you. Think about Ras. Think about Charlemagne. Some of our best broadcasters today have ushered in this thing where, in terms of your personality and being so infectious, having that kind of top-down, like talking down to people through the radio, them days done. Just be your natural self. And I love the fact that you have always been so relatable. Ras, all in Charlemagne. So I always loved it. Every time that I listen to you through the radio, I would be like, oh, I feel like I know this man, even though I don't know this man. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't sweeten it up, no.
No, I see it.
No, appreciate it. No. It's funny you brought that up because recently, like over the past few weeks, I was in discussion with some people, and it's weird because people identify me by my voice all the time. And sometimes we call some person and say like, yo, you put on your radio voice? I was like, no, I'm just speaking who I am. Because this is just me. So when you said me being me, it's only the recent way I thought about it. I was like, yo, I've always just been me.
That's a crazy thing, you know.
Just been me.
Remember when we all went to your studio a few weeks ago and we spoke, right? And that was the first time that I really, really met you. And we spoke. I was like, yo, this is the same man on the radio beat. And there's so many times though that people, and I know Kofi will know this because saying that Kofi's a DJ. There's one man that's got a in-person voice and then a on-stage voice, and it's be like, so it. What really going on here? Signs seem a bit, disingenuous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I find it happens, right? I think it was all this misconception back in the. Well, you have to be on the radio like this. Hello, I am Michael Myers, and just be you, right? And when I've trained some of them, I said, yo, bro, turn on mic, just be you, because people feel that realness, being genuine. And it's okay to quote unquote make a mistake because it's real. Like life is real. There's no metaverse, there's no NFTs.
Give it time.
No, it's just real. But I mean, honestly, I don't like talking too much because people misinterpret what you say. And then they have this way about like, man, who he is and stuff like that. Because the truth of the matter is, I've heard, man, he's gone cocky, he do this and he do that. And it's funny because I don't be wrong about it.
But about you?
Yeah.
Being cocky? Say. All right.
If I like back in the day when it was, I guess, more there DJing, I would do things to entertain. If you start being cocky, it's not being cocky, it's about entertaining.
Right.
Some people do gravitate that sort of lifestyle.
Right.
And I think it is, someone told me it is really how people think they would be if they were in your position. No, I mean, I ain't gonna be here and pretend. I ain't gonna be here and pretend because he really should probably get me after drinks. Want to say, I ain't gonna pretend that being Daddy Bubbles has not opened doors.
Women. Oh, open legs. What do you mean?
I said Doris.
Oh, Doris. Gotcha.
Doris.
It's open. Right.
Doris.
Right. Right.
Doris.
Right. Open doors, yeah.
But also, it's because of the hard work that I've done. And actually driving down here, I gotta tell you a story about why driving down here too. Why driving down here was so funny. When I drove down here, I was thinking, all right, women gonna ask me these standard questions. Okay, cool, blah, 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 stuff like that. I said, but reality is that, yo, I learned from Puffy. And he told me, Uncle, celebrate your small wins, right? And I never used to really celebrate what we call like my wins. Like you mentioned a list there. Half the songs that you mentioned, I forgot about because I would do it. And when the song done, I'm like, yeah, cool, that's good. I on to the next thing. So sometimes I don't sit back and be like, like someone asks me, how does it feel produce a song and people sing across the road like, yeah, it feels good. We get something to eat, I hungry.
This is actually one of the questions that I had, right? Do you ever had a time that you just did a song, you said, okay, let's just go through the motions and send it off to whoever it is, and then like 2 months on the line is the biggest song of the season? What song would you say that would be like one of those big ones that you just thought was just gonna be like around the mill?
Man, as I celebrate my small wins. Nah, there've been a few songs that I think blew my mind. Like you mentioned, Ducking. I think for me, Red Light District by Bungie was one. Yeah.
I did not know you did that, though.
It's funny because the little interviews they do, people are like, you did that? I was like, yeah. When they go through your list, it's like honestly, I think I've done like close to 1,000 songs easily.
I mean, you said 1,000 songs. You mean 1,000 songs that made it like
that made
level?
it? Or if I didn't produce it fully, I co-produce it or had a hand in it. With the case may be, right? So yeah, it was really this trip. I remember Bungie called me one day. He messaged me, and funny enough, like growing up, I always wanted to like produce and be known for doing good music. And we would at that time in Studio B, I was working with Darren Bailey, and we would do musical stuff like that all the time, right? And I remember it was a Thursday or Tuesday that I was lying in bed and my phone was ringing. I was Bungie Garland, so I was half sleeping, couldn't get ready for work. I was like, yo, Bungie, what's going on? And he said, all the time, Bungie, Bubbles, what's going on? That was right. I said, good. He said, I know saying something. I want to take a listen. Tell me what you think. I said, yeah, cool, no problem. Go on my phone, check the song. I was like, yo, this song bad. I called Bungie. Yo, Bungie, look. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is sick. It's different. And I said, quote unquote, I just want to get to the level where I can produce a song like this. Because, like, the way you interpreting it, I did the music, and, like, I want to get that stage. He started laughing. He said, but what are you talking about? I'm like, nah, like, I aspired to get to this song level. This is what I want to do. He said, you serious? I'm like, yeah, of course. Who would want to do this? It's only you. Bubbles, you know we do this. I'm like, what are you talking about? You sent me this 2 months ago. Are you saying this? He was like, yeah. No. Dog, I had to get up and go in the studio and check the email. I was like, oh my God. I did send him. I was like, Call back. Yeah, sound good, man. Yeah. I can work with this. Right. Yeah, but I feel the no, and I was like, oh my goodness, right? And then
That is
yeah,
crazy.
it was just nah, it was just
Yeah.
These days, man producing 2 or 3 songs and be like, yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
You see me there?
I laugh. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry.
2 or 3 songs, yeah.
Yeah. What is with that? Some persons, whether it be artists or producers, they make like 3 or 4 songs or beats for the season, and then just done with that be. You know, I off or.
I don't think I understand you personally.
I know some artists that is bring out like 3 and 4 things and just like try and push them throughout a season as opposed to just like
Artists or producers, I mean.
but more both. That's what I wondered. I thought that it was like a little bit that they would put out and then they just kind of hold it them work as opposed to volume.
I think different.
Right. I think that's it more.
Now is different from how it was back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually blame social media for a lot of things.
Right.
Mhm.
But that was just me personally, right? Because I'm from the old school.
Mhm.
With pre-social media. And it's like attention is currency.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, I think for them, the bar is quote unquote here. Whereas, I do a song and all my bros like it and love it and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. If that's what you want, cool.
Right.
Me personally, right, I want that I go to a country that I never know what they're saying and they're playing my song. I'm trying, honestly, like, I'm trying to get Billboard.
Right.
I don't want to regional, but it's like regional and stuff like that, even with Barbados, but even bigger than Barbados. That's where I am thinking. So that was like, for me, it is different. And it's not that I'm not grateful for, the response I'm getting right now. It's that, cool, I love it. Yeah, thank you. I just want to go further.
Yeah, you just got big dreams.
That's just me.
Yeah.
So I don't knock a man if a man want to do a song, I get on Calvin Kid. If you get a Calvin Kid, that is success, bro. Right. You knock it. You hit it.
I think it's different. I think it's different dreams for the individual. Because as Mark, I think what Mark is saying, which is true. You mean like Soca is seasonal?
Yeah.
I don't think it should be. I think we said on this podcast before. Yeah, that's something I say all the time. I don't think Soca should be seasonal. I don't understand why you cannot release a Soca song in September. But I guess people, as Bubble says, some people just want to perform.
We pause this episode to talk to you about Ike Harmony. Ike Harmony offers 15% discounts on all services indefinitely if you pay in Bitcoin. So you wondering what's Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is a monetary network designed to enable peer-to-peer value transactions in a censorship-resistant and permissionless manner. I want you to do something. I want you to think like Elon Musk. I want you to think long. I want you to think secure. I want you to think Bitcoin. Right, you were saying Kofi.
Right, I don't see why people can't release a Soca song in September. I feel like a lot of the local artists are accustomed to working with that formula now. So I guess, as you say, some people just bring out 3-4 songs, and that's the catalog for the year.
Right.
There got a lot of things about that I could probably say. One, you're speaking from a DJ point of view.
For sure.
Exactly.
I ain't on the other side.
Right. Do you really think the average listener and party goer is going to enjoy soca music more bringing out a soca song in September?
No, here's the thing, right? And I will bring 2020 as an example for it. No, I always say soca's party music. The majority of soca's party music. I don't be again a bit. Let me put on a soca song. That don't make sense. Yeah. But in 2020, they really had was 2020 or 2021. They might have the parties. Both years.
Choose one, B. Like whatever.
But still, the music that came out was different. Like when I think about Oh My Gosh, The Big Problem Child, Darren Poison, that whole rhythm was just different. Like I don't see anything wrong with I'm not saying bring out a Bashment Soca song in September. Right. But I feel like that you could give yourself time to experiment in months that end the up season.
Well, I can tell you right, it's really a business. And you gotta look at, let me be real. In Barbados, I don't think a lot of artists, there are a lot of artists, but there are a lot of starving artists who don't make a lot of money. And it's funny because I had a talk with Mo a couple of years back, and he did a song called Ooh La La La. And they said, yo, Mo, for dancehall, for me, that was one of your best songs ever. Like, ooh la la la. It
Mm.
sounded that crossover, that what we call international sound, right?
Mm.
And they said, yo, if you're doing songs like this, you could come by me and record for free anytime. I would do it anytime. He said, but he loved this sort of music. And I said he invested about $4,000 or so in it. And he did about nothing from it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
But when he does the get on the buck up and
That's-
that's
That's
right.
yeah, that's so.
That's get the young people hype.
Right.
Mhm.
And he on every cruise and stuff like that.
Right.
And he said, tell me straight, yo, you got bills to pay. Right. So
Mm.
so when I heard that story, I was like, yo, I can understand why some artists don't do what people are quote unquote requested.
Mhm.
Because as much as you've been saying, people say, and I've heard it for years, yo, bring up music, you want to hear 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 music. Okay, the thousands of people who make that cry, when Hyper Sounds does his party, I don't see half of them coming out.
Mm.
Right.
Hey, half of them don't even, ask them how many of them have even downloaded the song and spent $1. Nah, you go on YouTube
Right.
and it's not for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
That's
make
very
they make their money from the like performances and touring it.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's actually a good point. I just using this example, but
Mm.
just be still staying on topic. But I remember in rap, people kept saying that Cardi B and all these like female artists keep putting out songs about sex and whatever.
Mm.
And she said, well, the reality is that when I brought out songs about things that weren't about sex, they weren't selling
Mhm.
and people didn't want it. So it's not a matter of the fact that they are choosing to do the music they want to do. It's more that the public demands one thing from them. And from a business perspective,
It doesn't make
it
sense.
makes sense.
Mhm.
So just going back to what you're saying about like the soca artists and thing, people want I guess if people want the jot down and can't do nothing outside of that, it kind of boxes them in because of expenditure and expenses
Yeah,
and whatever.
and that's the problem that like when you're an artist now, if you come up with that quote unquote jet down stuff, people expect more from you like that. And then the fortunate thing is that it puts you in a small bracket. So then when you start to do unfortunate, that puts you in a small bracket.
Right.
And then when you try to do things to get, I guess, more exposure and stuff, it's
People
like,
ain't want
I really want to bend over cock up my fucking thing. Right? And so around when you got bills to pay, it's like Celine Dion and saying, or should I just do some mumble rap?
Right.
But let me ask this though, if I can.
Yeah.
Staying on
Sure, you
topic.
can.
Right.
So what about the voices then? What about the voice? People like voice that come and sing something different.
Yeah, but see,
I know
when-
I know how
No,
you get.
Now, when you said voices, I thought you meant like
Like
voices.
What about the voices?
I realize what happened there.
Right.
But voice,
Yeah.
come on, do something totally different. And people love voice.
Mhm.
What do you make of that phenomenon?
I like honestly, me personally, I like different. And I'm a man that if everybody going the left, is the left? Well, if everybody left, I go in the right.
Right.
And that's just because I want something to be different. I tell people, okay, look at let me use Sometimes as an example.
Mhm.
Sometimes came out that was totally different for that play.
Right.
And it was a totally different mood and everything, and was different from what was going on during Cup that year.
Right.
It stood out. Well, different, right? I had men coming to me in the studio the year after. Yeah, I want that sometime. Cool. Can I ask why? Yeah, because I was big. I'm like, yeah, but I got big because everyone was doing this, and he went so.
Yeah.
It was different. So it's like, ooh, they're fresh. If you come and do it, it's gonna be. We had all last year. It's like, if I go Drake, why want somebody who look like Drake?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing. But when people mention stuff like Trinidad and other countries, the reality is like I used to play in Trinidad when I was younger, often. And I remember when my first time going to Trinidad with Richard Haynes, we went to one fete and we playing. I was like, yeah, cool. We got another fete to go to. Okay, cool. We drove for like 40 minutes. The first fete had like 6,000 people. I got another fete. I figured, okay, cool. I mean, probably got a couple hundred people. They had 10,000 people. I said, we got another fete. Oh, what do you mean another fete? We going. I was like, wait, hold on. How many people are in Trinidad? Right? Like that night, honestly, I hit. I just know like it was like an evening to nighttime. I hit 6 venues and all the way back.
Jeez.
I met some corner night. I was like, oh my god. So imagine if you were an artist in Trinidad and you got one song, one weekend,
Right.
you could hit 6 events. In Barbados, sir, you get 2 events a weekend, go home and wait till next weekend.
right.
That's it. And it's like, we have an average of, during when crop over is around, you got an average of, let's say, 3,000 people that are going to entertain on one weekend, the collective, right? Bro, like, some of them ain't out next weekend, though. And if you go to Trinidad, you could be down south, and people the other side ain't even see you yet.
Right.
For a whole season. And you can make money over there.
So it's a
case
mass
of
issue,
volume.
population
Yeah,
issue.
population
Okay.
and volume. And
So,
stuff like that,
tell me something. You just made a good point that that a lot of people have mentioned, right? As a producer, there are some artists that will bring out a song this year. It's big, but then the next year, it seems like they bring out the same song but with a different name. Then the next year, it's like a remix of those 2 songs, but still the same thing. What does that stem from? Does that stem from the artist saying, as a business thing, I'm going to just make the same song that worked last year? Or is it more a producer thing that the producers try to make what they made last year?
You try and make me say enemies here, no, boy.
But you know that happens, though. I mean, let's not.
Really? Nah,
Yeah. I mean, we got to call names, but I'm just saying that, you know.
It could be that you didn't realize that song was a take off and tell yourself, yo, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And there have been artists and producers who I know here who do a rhythm, okay, so be works here, do a little tweak to it next year, and it's quote unquote still popping. So for a man, it's like, yo, it's easy work. But I different. If I use tones this year, I ain't use them next year again. Like, I totally dash her into it. I don't want to say it, but that's just me, right? I'm not gonna buy if I want to do. It could be also be a lack of creativity. It could be a lack of confidence. It could be so many other things that could go into why you'd want to do that. And like I said, I don't knock anybody for doing it. If it worked, it worked. If it don't work, well, you probably understand why it didn't work because it worked last year, so it can't work twice.
But you've seen times that happened, though. You know. Yeah.
Like,
I know men that still using same tones that they use
in 2010.
I got so drinking.
Like, it's not even a diss. Like, for some, it doesn't work for everybody. I can say that right now. There are some people that I know that need to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
But they got some artists, dog, that just hit a gold mine and they just got to release. They can release anything else. Once they release that one, very same song, going clear.
So let me ask you though. Going back to the same thing. If it's from a business perspective, if it's still working, if the public wants it, if the public want it skin out, I want to drop down and lift up my leg, all kind of thing. Then what's the issue? You understand? That's my question to y'all.
But yeah, true. No, it's a very good point. Like, what's the issue? But then there's some people who are arguing. Like, I've told that sometimes people don't know what they want until you give it to them. Because you eat shrimp? You eat shrimp?
I do eat shrimp.
Okay. Before you had shrimp, you never had shrimp before.
I never had shrimp.
You didn't know if you wanted it. You had to try it. Oh, shrimp don't taste bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what he's saying. Trent says, like, yo, man, try things out different.
Yeah.
And for me, I always said,
creators control the palette.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because the reality is, if we put out songs of 100 BPM, when I could say I want 120, sir, you can go and do it yourself. You know what I mean? Here's the keys, go and do it. Right? The fact is that you just gotta try something. And for me, I've always gone, I just do it, put universe. If it worked, great. It didn't work, all right, cool. And people gotta also realize, artists and producers, no one has to like your song. I know that. If I put out a song, the key is, once I like it, because it's like art.
Right.
If I paint a picture, I ain't painting it for you.
Right.
I paint it for me. It's my expression. If when I like it, it's kudos. But that's how I operate with it.
Right.
So no one has to. Someone, man, my song didn't go big this year. She's like, I cry. Okay, we're going to cry.
I want to ask a question on Bubbles. Is it possible that you're a man in this industry for years now? You
call me old racy gray hairs.
No, I didn't say that. I just mean like you got experience in a very good way.
That's a different body way of saying that. Yeah, about my old life.
You've been long.
But at the end of the day, like, you have
bubbles. I get it.
You have achieved a certain level of success. Like I don't think you can not say so. You ain't.
No, I can't say it happened.
Right.
But I'm very hard on myself. Like right now, I'm like, I like we're in the studio. When I tell like I clean set, I took like a few years off, and I feel like there's the brand new bubble. It's like, I tried this here for the first. That's my approach. It's like, let me try this for the first time, but that's just me.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're saying a lot of the artists might not necessarily be being creative. They want to redo the same thing or do the same thing everyone's doing. But as you said earlier, these people got bills to pay. Can it be a possible that I don't want to see you speaking from a place of comfort, but you speaking from a place of comfort. Like these men just saying, I gotta pay this light bill. I gotta pay my pampers. I gotta get my child pampers. I gotta do something to make money.
You know I got bills too. I just want to know.
I am fully aware.
I got pampers to buy too. You know what I mean? Yeah, no. Having bills to pay and being creative, I don't see saying I have bills to pay. Let me keep doing what I did last year as the answer. Because like I said, you don't know. You're rich, you don't know what gonna hit.
Which is true.
You don't know what gonna hit. So just I don't know, just try something different.
Do you think that you're a creative genius?
Man,
Not Kanye West.
I want you to be. By the way, before you answer this question, right? Forget for a second that we are here. Forget that day. I want you to
turn
be
off
honest.
the lights.
Forget that people are listening to you right now. I want you to be honest. Do you think they're a creative genius?
I think there's genius in me. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't say, yeah, I'm a creative and a musical genius.
Right.
Because to me that sounds like you're cocking, you're starting to like piss on people with the case may be. What I will say and be honest, as I block the cameras out, it's only when people highlight things to me, I'm like, shit, I did that? You know what, Kev? Celebrate the small wins. You are. Especially because the small team I have know what I create from what they started with. Is like, yo, bro, how you get that from that? Like, I think for me, like when the pandemic first hit, one day I was sitting outside and I was like, man, I just want to do something different. I said, I think doing an album. I literally opened the bottle of wine, took my laptop, and went on like a ledge. And just in like 2-3 hours, I put down a couple of beats. And I said, I want to challenge myself.
Right.
So I said, I want to challenge myself and work with artists I've never worked with before. In genres that I never worked before. Which is, I used to do mostly soca. Right? And I just called up, Tef, I got an idea. I said, yeah, cool, no problem. Tennyson, Canada, I got an idea about mine. Cherish, Leadpipe, Saddis. I just called randomly and Siege. I got an idea and stuff like that. Men that some I worked with, some I haven't worked before.
Right.
And I remember like glad, like, yo, for you want to do work? I was like, yeah. Like I had men that I called like Crab Soldier. I say, yo, bro, and this is who I am all the time. Hi, Mr. Soldier. This is
I can just imagine Kofi.
What's funny, right?
What was this? Soldier.
If I was funny, right, is that Mr. Krabs was taken. So yeah.
Mr. Soldier. Because I'm gonna go into something and say too that was driving over thinking is that I don't assume because of who I am that you know me or that you mess with me the case.
Right.
That's cool.
Right? And I can tell something about you too and you too. But it's like when I hit the man, very excited. I was like, y'all know who I am? Okay, y'all work with me? I mean, yeah, let's do some work. Right? Yeah. I did the album totally different from what I was doing, usually doing. I released it in like a matter of 2 months.
Right.
Co-writed, produced everything myself, blasted, and went play. Right now I'm still getting calls from like Australia, Germany, men want to do remixes and stuff like that. Zimbabwe, stuff like hit me. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So then my team told me is like, so you think it's a genius now? So nah, not really, because GS ain't called me yet. But I mean, right. So
but the reason why I asked you is because I was looking through all these things, right? I went from like Wasteland Energy, which probably not the one of the first big ones that you made, but I went forward. The musical landscape has changed, and yet you have songs in like what's spanning like 2 musical generations now. Because I would say like a generation or a change in music is like, say, if you want to say like 5-6 years, it's changed. And you have big songs in all of those. And it's weird to see that. So my thing is not how many big songs you've made, but the diversity within those big songs over the span of time. It's hard to say that you're not a genius.
I would say I just probably evolved and growth.
Yeah, but
Man, if you want to call me genius, call me one time.
Yeah,
I can take it, thanks.
But you ever saying though, I don't know many artists that like last test the time like that and still work with the old, work with the new.
Producers be.
Yeah.
They say artists, but
Yeah, right.
even in any other genre, like everything about
today.
everything about rap producers, right? That 5-year span is a very good number, Marcus, because it's like it's got a time like you remember when trap music was a thing, like early 2010s. I know like that ain't really vibe right now.
Right.
Don't like.
It's weird because like my DJ Evolution, who I trained before. I was really supposed to retire 7 years ago. I like done DJing thing. I just done with that, right? And then he come along. I was like, he was doing some competition. And I heard him on the radio. I never met him before. I heard him on the radio. I was like, this guy playing different. He didn't win the competition, but I remember I called Saul, and I was like, yo, Saul, who's that fella Evolution? I said, is he like it? I said, you got a vibe. He said, I knew to pick up talent, I said, nah, so I met the fella. I said, yo, we're going to...
Saul impression killer.
Oh, these impressions are so funny.
Okay. So I met the station, and someone said, yo, it said, you cool? Yeah, I said, yeah, man, nice. I heard you, stuff like that. He said, yeah. I said, so you want to train, stuff like that. So, I actually called, it was Scratch at that point in time. I said, Scratch, man, somebody's young fella. I won't hang with station some more. He said, yeah, cool, no problem. So I brought him in and trained him and stuff like that. And I just say, yo, do as I say, and you'll go far. 3 years after, he's like, not because he's my guy, but like hands down, this man has evolved. This man is like
bigger evolution, man.
Yeah. He don't need big enough.
I would call him Evolu.
Evolu. Yeah, but he said, bro, but like you know you're a genius and like you still around. I can submit to all. Like when you imagine like
sit on your laurels and
I can be today's the 3rd, right? Monday the 7th, I can be 42.
Oh, real talk.
Yeah, right.
Happy early birthday,
Thank
man.
you, mate.
yeah, man.
Yeah, for real.
Wait, say when your birthday coming, but they got a belated birthday. Boy,
Advance, I don't know.
Happy advanced birthday.
Happy
man.
birthday in advance.
Yeah,
Wait, that's on
Back on track, guys.
Right.
Several drinks later.
So it's like I guess being around the younger generation stuff, you kind of pick up like women doing, but kind of put your spin to it.
Yeah.
And you learn that from Red Plastic Bag. Red Plastic Bag told me straight one day, he said, listen, as you get older, your life can change, obviously. He said, just for him, he said, he find what young people doing, cool, and put he bag on it. Because Bag is older than me. And Bag got young people younger than me.
Yeah.
That's right. And the old people get on. I'm like, how do you do this?
I've heard lyrics share that sentiment too. You know, being around his children and picking up
Really?
and then going to
Yeah.
Keep fresh.
Yeah. I got God other Siano who's be like, Uncle, we're for lifers. Yeah. What's it for life? For life.
I think that's a K-pop thing.
So yeah.
I have a random lyric question, by the way. Have you ever seen Lyric write? The reason why I'm asking is because I am fascinated by him as a lyricist and how he delivers his music as a recording artist and thing. Have you ever seen him like at work, like from conceptualization? I said for conception, from when man was a baby. From when he conceptualized.
I know where you're going. It's okay.
From when he conceptualized the lyrics to when he actually delivering them in studio. Like you ever seen that?
But I think I've been privileged to be around Rick Place a couple of times to see him. And he came to when they were saying, I think he had a book. He had a book where he has notes. And I was like, you're trying to peep, right?
Oh, I want to.
But for me, right? But because Rick is like Rick is a genius. And
Rick
like
is.
when he
a quiet.
Yeah.
People know Rick is an introvert though. Rick is
Rick doing talk.
bro. Whenever Rick when you before,
Nah.
Rick would never come here.
Yeah.
Like he would, but he
wouldn't.
Rick,
He wouldn't though.
Rick,
He would actually wouldn't come.
No, I think he would come. Rick is the hardest person to interview in my life. When I was at BCC, right?
Ricky Reed be pigeon you.
Right? They were saying that Rick coming. This had to be like 90. BCC was 97?
Wow.
Yeah, 97. Radio GED. I go on there, right? And Rick coming. Good to have Hyper Dog here, Rick. How you doing? Yeah, man, good. Okay. Listen, man. We're glad to have you here right now. Who's Ricky Reed? Just me doing my little thing. Okay, tell me a little something about yourself. You want to know, man? You're just an average man. I'm like, okay. hey, and not of this, but because he like, no, I understand. It's like me being on stage and me being in my house are two different. Right? So yeah, but
that is crazy.
No, Ricky genius. Ricky genius. On the mic, yeah, he go and when he go on stage, he really nervous, you know. Ricky back stage. People go, yeah, yes, Rick, they want you. Shh, man, give me a sip of that drink there. Rick, just take it. Just go.
If he did, I'd call it.
Yeah.
you mean wait, that is just wait, hold on a minute.
It is.
You mean the little Rick? Does he back there shaking?
Mr. Barbados himself.
I tell it and
love the guy.
Because I've been privileged to be in the industry and being around people.
Yeah.
At first I was like, we don't know about, but me, I backstage, like, shh, I gotta go on stage right now. Like, dear Jesus, please don't let me say anything wrong. This microphone. I'm going to your laptop plug in. Yeah, okay. Your battery's up. Is it cordless? We got cord? Okay. Everything good? We got going now? No, I'm ready. Hey, what's going on, guys? Y'all good? Press play. That's what it is. Yeah.
Up to now, because you ever had like recently you have bad bad gigs.
Every not kidding. It's weird because I think the last gig we did, yeah, this is it. Blended was one of the last gigs we did.
It wasn't good.
No.
Oh.
Well, they think we had a set plan. We had clothes pick out. I had my rag. I feel like going for it because the one before that we like totally terrorized the place.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, drop the mic. I'm out. I'm good. My job here is done. Right. So I get back there. Yeah. Right. And I was just like, why does this not feel right? I'm nervous right now. I just find the vibe for me and Evo wasn't connected. And we go outside the car. Well, I'm never DJing again. I'm like, right, right. But then after, yo, the mentoring place. You like saying probably was? Because but we's kind of hard on myself.
Right.
But the people said, yo, it's real sick enjoying myself. I'm like, okay. And then we were going to O-Dub third. And I was like, oh man, to go on DJ here right now, get on stage, and O-Dub get flattened.
Real talk.
So it's like, it's never know about.
Even at this level of your career, that is just crazy, man. I always think that there's a certain point where there's a muscle that you've developed that you can simply flex and then just relax, and then flex and relax.
Man, when I was younger, I guess when I was younger, when it was actually roll with it was Bubbles and Stan. Mm-hmm. Before that, it was with Monster Beast, and me and Stan were doing our own thing. I ain't gonna lie, but I had an era where it was like, I'm untouchable. Y'all can't tell me nothing, right? But that's when you be like, you're prime. It's like, you know what I mean? But partying was different. Now we got the fat.
Right. And the weird thing is, there's people that are enjoying themselves, you know. Them is people that say you playing hard.
Yeah, I'm like, how do you know? You have a filter on looking at your face for the whole night.
Like, if you get 3 girls to sing in a snapshot, you win. It is crazy.
I want you to understand, right? Marshall told me when he studio doing we actually the cover song recorded by me. He said, yo, Barbados is like your hardest place to perform. If you could please the Bajan crowd,
Double M.
You could play and please anybody in the world.
Marshall, yeah.
Bajans are going to see you on stage.
I wait for you to do something, a backflip or something, dog.
Dog, you spinning fire through your ass and thing, right? And Bajans like this here. And you come off stage. Man, you do a good job, you know. Man, you play. I'm like, where were you when I was shitting bricks on stage? Right? Like that, nah, boy.
That is what. But why you feel that as though you
Bajan can't only? You're big enough Bajan?
Yeah.
Jesse go walk in now. Yo, get back in line. I
saw Emotion day before. Yeah, day before me. A big person just walking an establishment. Normal V.
You ain't big enough.
I see a big up body in the digital line, dog. Sets me apart. Sorry. Do you know who you are?
Yeah,
it's the sportiest thing.
Yeah, boy.
It's not disrespect, but it's like, yo, because the reality is, we are all the same. Right. Don't mind a man's level of success in whatever form of fashion he's
Right.
in. Reality is always we, you know. And if you look at me, he's a big one. Yeah, I may be a big one because of people like you who can play my music. People you can bring me on the show. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you support your fans. Without you guys.
Do you get more girls being a DJ, a producer, or a broadcaster? Do you get more girls being a DJ, producer, or broadcaster?
Where was the segue?
Can you repeat the question? Can you stop drinking, please?
Do you get more men? What
Wait, boy, I'm fire tonight.
What you want me to say? Gloves off. The street
Don't ask me to repeat myself. I can turn out the second time, bro. You know that though. But yeah.
Turn the camera this way. Now, wait.
By the way, this is not a serious question, but I do want to see it. So just because we're this far, I didn't think he's gonna answer it, but now we had it. Let it go.
When people talk about these girl or girls, right? Any female that I happen to have had the privilege to be associated with, enjoy their.
We may not be canceled after all.
I had to work hard for their attention and to be privileged enough to spend quality time with them.
So is it through the turntables or is it on the airwaves? This is what
I was told it's through my stunning personality.
Okay. Behind your turntables.
Boy.
You got what they call groupies. You know what I mean? But the reality is that, like, to be real, groupies are groupies. Like you can like me today. And like last tomorrow. So it's like, you know what I mean?
You want to know something? I did realize that though. I realized that I can finish playing right just now. But
he can't do
I know you better do that.
I'm here listening to you.
We drinking Johnny Walker beer. Don't worry about that. Like this Tony man want to drink Bobby. No, but I saying there were times, I guess, when this podcast, I guess it got a lot of views and whatever, and it got a lot of attention, whatever. All of a sudden, I see one or two people in my DMs and stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool, you appreciate it and stuff, so they really give me a chance. Whatever. But then, you bring out some people that, the young people ain't really think that much. But the girl's gone, boy. But they're waiting for me to say hey first. I said,
got him.
So one thing I realized though is that when you get attention from the opposite sex of popularity, it does fizzle so fast and it's so fickle that it's kind of like, what's the point even Ain't nice to get attached to.
Man, some men love that though, because I was told that it's like they never believed. I was told that they would never believe that they would actually have someone. They never really believed in themselves. They would have, a girl gonna like me the case of me, so that they're holding on to it. I'm like, yo, bro, love yourself. You know what I mean?
That's important.
Yeah.
So there's something true to the legend though.
What legend?
Cricketers. DJ.
Called on it.
Man, slow cruisers.
Kevin.
Before them.
I know you got a cricket body, card you. But yeah, you were saying Kofi.
I don't want to serious this conversation was because I want to mention 4 years ago. So you mentioned not literally 4 years. But you mentioned you got artists in Zimbabwe, you got artists in Australia asking to record your mixes. No, this is just something. Is this a fact? And it just work out this way. I don't know if it's because every crop over, even as a DJ, and they got these songs, I tell myself I can go on Beat Source and then I can buy a song. So it's good and it's buy a song. You in there a good couple times, coincidentally, move. This isn't a crop over song, but that one you got Big Mike and Tank Tef, roll it, light it, smoke it, pass it. That's a hard one.
Plug. Video's coming out.
For real?
Nice.
Let it, smoke it, pass it. Guess what is coming out? It's coming out 420.
What a man taking? What a man taking though?
Nice. Marketing.
Sure, I got people can share that. Anyway.
I just wanna you just talk to
I
just talk to social media managers there.
Shout out to Gabby, but we can share that.
But I want to comment on the distribution of your music. I have never struggled to find anything you affiliated with, but I feel like with a lot of other songs, it's gonna struggle to. I don't think people are aware of the opportunities you could get by just putting your music in the correct avenues.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. And I'm actually working more distribution to get further. Right now, I'm with Fox Fuse, who does my distribution. They do a wonderful job. So yeah, people gotta understand. It's more than that's where the business comes in. It's more than just doing a song. It's like, yo, okay. Especially now, it's like you got a song, you have to get your song out there.
Right.
And this is the problem I got with like the younger generation. Sorry, man.
Let me
be old.
No, it's like back in the day, right? If I do a song, I had to go and literally print it on vinyl and take it to radio stations and take it to actual DJs who been playing out. Right. Then when you move to the MP3, the CD era, I had to be burning CDs every night, going to DJs. Yo, hold this. Then we move to MP3s and email. What's the email address? What's your address? Yo, y'all have everything right in the palm of your hand. Stop being lazy.
Right. I think the counter argument to that would be, I think the pendulum swung to the opposite direction, like completely, which is now because everybody has that. Now we are inundated with an influx of information every day. There's so right.
Okay, so we can do?
No, but why?
You can stand there and cry.
No, but I'm saying, but it takes you can't compare back in the day to now because we are governed by different rules now.
I can't because I can say that making music, distributing music. Sorry, I understand what you're saying. But correct me if I'm wrong. Are you saying that because everyone has access to it, there's a lot more music out there, and you make it lost in the pool?
I'll give you an analogy. Before having a degree, it secured a job one time. Everybody got degrees now because they got a degree in every household. Therefore, they got people that I know that got masters that are not getting what they're supposed to be getting because what it is that is required is different. So, but you can't say you should get a degree because back in the day, a degree was so valuable. So so that's my analogy.
Is that what Bubbles is saying?
No, what I'm saying is that there's so many different avenues that you can go and research for free and get your music distributed. The knowledge is out there. Back in the day, you had to have a link, right? And many don't want to share the links. Right now, the links are coming to you. Right. Give me your music. Right. Let me send it. So if you say my music, what are you not doing? You're not giving your music out? We just sitting at home. I got men to produce a song I put on YouTube. And that's it. It on there. So no. Call it, man. Emails. Send out. You gotta go there and get a team right. Y'all got a social media team right.
Yeah, well, we have a Gabby, but she has a team.
Wow.
Gabby's a team now, but
we have a team.
We have a team. Gabby is a team.
Gabby's our team.
Gabby's a team, and we love Gabby for it. But okay.
But the reality is what you gotta do.
Right.
The other option is stand home and cry.
We agree. Okay, we agree.
You can't complain.
Sorry, but here's other options.
Okay, we
pregnant pause too.
Yeah.
But the reality is, yo. Okay, me as a producer, right? I took a few years off, and I said, all right, I want to come back out. I started analyzing the situation. Okay, cool. I know there are more producers out there. There are tons of better producers out there than me, right? I got two options now. Continue and fight with it, or just don't do it.
I got argument to what you're saying, though. You, though, as Daddy Bubbles, who established your name before the game changed in terms of distribution, can rely on your reputation, which is a leg up to the young fellas now that have no name now.
Can I?
Wait, hold on a minute.
But there are a lot of young cats and stuff out there who don't even know who the Bubbles fella. So I fight in the fight just like everybody else, you know.
That's a very bad argument.
Is it game of
I am.
I know that.
I feel like
Go ahead.
I feel like study about young people think you are thinking as someone that come out here in Bubbles. We are not young, Marcus. Bubbles young, but not we. We're not young.
Right.
So these young people know ain't necessarily listening to that.
But the thing is though, Bubbles foot through the door. And here's how. Even though, well, Bubbles is on the radio.
Okay.
These men trying to get on the radio by shouting people like Bubbles. Bubbles shouting Bubbles to get Bubbles songs on the radio.
But you know you're assuming from the start, though.
Yeah.
How am I assuming?
Bro,
you on radio still, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why I was assuming.
I understand your point, and they're fair points. Right. But there is also a young generation out there who don't know who I am, don't know half of the songs, and they're really interested. And I know for a fact because I will call men, hi, Mr. Something, I'm Daddy Bubbles. Oh, yeah. No more checking for me. And I accept that because the reality is, I'm 42. A man who is 19, 20 coming out, I'm 2 decades older than him. You understand what I mean? Them men ain't really, some of them, they want the youngest, hottest person on the street in them neighborhood.
Right.
Which they got, I'm not that busy active on social media.
Okay, yeah,
and there are people who only mess with you by your affiliation on social media. And damn me.
Right. Okay. Okay.
But you still have a fair point. I still have a slight advantage because.
And speaking of that advantage, is there do some radio stations only play the music of the producers that are on that station, and so which capitalizing on that advantage? It will make perfect sense.
That's it. No, it doesn't. You finish your point.
Yeah, finish your question.
Oh no, well, that was my question. I just wanted to know if there is a bias towards the producers that are on that station.
Well, okay, that's a different question.
Right. Okay, so what I asked before?
You said only play the music by the producers.
But there's a preferential treatment for the producers.
That's a good question.
So you pay them more. Okay, right.
All right. I know where this question is going because I've had to answer this question several times over.
But you ain't answer it here though.
Right? Different. Here you go. Different radio stations.
That's the Instagram clip.
Different radio stations have different protocols and stuff like that. I have been privileged enough to, I think I've worked probably on every radio station except for any radio station that came out after 2010. I worked on Liberty 9.1. Back in the day, I worked on BOB 790 and stuff like that. Back in the day, it was the station will have your music for you. There's some radio stations who a DJ can take his or her own music and play it. Now, there's something called format and programming, where some stations, you do a little suite of pop, a suite of dancehall, the case be. There's some radio stations, bro, you 4 or 5 hours that we want to do. If Kofi's a DJ, right, and he's my friend, I give him a music, he can play all the Studio B stuff if you want. Right. Some people may say yes, some people may say no. Right? Now, I'm sure on your team, obviously you can give your man gas. Right? I didn't know where the point is going, where people are going to say, oh, you're working for certain radio stations, so only this certain boy can play he music, some music, and blah, blah. Let me know.
You're not me. You're not me. You say so, not me. You say so, not me.
Right.
So.
Well. No.
That Paul's so pregnant, baby.
No.
9 months later.
That water bright me.
No, the reality is like every station got a different protocol. So if your boss call and tell you, you gotta play this song, or this is a song that we push and stuff this season, that's it.
Yeah.
Right? And let me ask you this question. If you were head of a basketball team and you had family members on the basketball team, you don't want to play?
Answer this first, Kofi. They can answer it after you.
Answer it, Kofi.
You answer it. No, answer it first. No, you go on.
Ask. You mean?
No, answer it. Answer the question.
You want your
yeah.
You're just listening, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Yeah, and I can be real transparent. I can even go further that earlier last year. For a good portion of last year, I was working on a radio station. I played enough of Moses songs. I played enough of Romar songs. Anybody that was a friend of mine that had a song, it would be played. And I don't think. Sorry, if it's a good song. They got some men that has some songs that, no, I'm not playing it. But if it's a good song and I think it deserves to be played, I don't see that there's a con in giving my friend a chance. However, I can also acknowledge that is not necessarily the question at hand.
It's not the question.
Because the question I had was if your radio station has played certain producers. Whereas this is Kofi as a man that at this station, I bring my laptop and
that we got it.
I can play something off my laptop. However, I can add that. For the programming argument, I remember there was a competition, some Soca competition, and at the period of time, it was 90%. Not 90. That was too big a number. 50%. It was a large percent these artists on the board.
Exactly, yeah.
Because these artists on the board in competition.
Mhm.
And this is stations competition, so you got to spend enough time playing these artists' music.
And it's business because I have been privileged enough to be working, like I said, on all the major radio stations, from DJing, announcing, marketing, program director, all to, and understand the business of running a radio station. The reality is, it is a situation where if a man bringing in an artist with the case and be, and a sponsor put $100,000 in your station, you gotta play this party because this boy coming in. They know what difference?
So politics.
And it's just, but it's really.
I don't say politics.
Politics. And then there's some people who like, okay, well, you affiliated with. What are you going on, Sherman?
I can get this story, but after maybe doing
right, you affiliated with our football team, right? Right. We're gonna book some half hours, but we're gonna send our players in. It's obvious. If you know what I'm saying.
My thing is though, okay, so we back to the same argument of business versus the artistic side.
And before you go,
go.
There's some producers who used to complain, right? And I laugh. I said, because you complaining now, but when you they getting all the play and stuff like that through your contacts, your links, you won't have no problem with it.
Right.
You won't have no problem with it.
Right.
But now it's somebody else's time, you upset. Come on.
This is the issue but this is the issue though. Okay, if I take away the business completely and I make it a just artistic decision, airy fairy, starving artist argument, right? Y'all have an obligation to shape the sound of the season. So in terms of what best represents the cultural landscape of that year, what you select is very, very important.
Exactly.
And if you prioritize not what is the best, but simply who in your pocket first,
what's the best for business.
then then we get a regurgitation of the same thing over and over, which there is a subset of the culture and the sound that sounds the same simply because of the avenues they have, and they can make the same thing all the time, blah, 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 blah. That's the argument I'll make, so go on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to quicken you up. But
Go on.
At the same time, Marcus, you got to study the business side of the station.
Right.
At the same, I was, that argument with the chart was dead ass. It was like 12 or so artists, and some of it's Kaiso artists, and you got to struggle to, it's not just up to your, discretion while you could play it. I would love to sit down and say, I think this is the next big hit. I'm going to play this next big hit. But at the end of the day, you got to study what people want and what people think they want.
Yeah.
Also, what the station wants. Like
the sound station.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not getting that. The station
Brand.
also has its own brand, its own image, right?
Yes.
You gotta take all this into consideration before you press play on one song. Though.
Yeah, everything. And it's amazing because I remember when it was years back, I was never one to. You know, people say, "Oh, it's couple time play all local music." Bro,
I would love people to hear.
Right.
I would love people to hear every single crop over song.
Bro, there's an individual years ago, right?
He said
and
that.
your mom was saying,
we know that guy.
But what's the person's name?
Honestly,
honestly,
I really don't remember his name.
That's a lie, Bubbles.
No,
that
seriously,
is a
no.
bull-faced lie.
Listen. On all of my 20 godchildren, no, seriously, all so I don't remember his name. Right?
Okay, guess then. I'm kidding.
Right,
Go ahead.
And he was like, you gotta play local music. I was like, bro, I'm trying to play of a certain standard for the people. If I play for you, I'm not. If it's a cook, I give you cold food. I will give you hot food.
Right.
Food that tastes good. Right.
Right.
And in my opinion, was the case to be.
Right.
So I remember I said, I hear what's going on. Come in and I can play you songs and stuff like that. I bring him out for whole shifts. I start playing all the hot ones, all the Edmonds, everything. I say, yo, got brand new song coming on for who you name? Put him in the mix, right? Call and tell me what you think. I give him the phone, people call. And they say, man, you like that song? All right, cool, yeah. Respect, brother, cool. Another call. Yeah, think this song? With that second verse, I really didn't write that. So then he started to realize, right? And you know me. Hey, playing, I tell you so. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of songs that you would know that, like, bro, come come on.
So many songs are saying it up there, Marcus.
And I even talking about like forget equality. It's like, bro, like come on, you serious? This is and the other side thing about it. If I or we collectively, DJs and stuff like that, give you mediocrity, that now becomes the standard.
Right.
So if being your song being played on radio is the standard, if I give you this, the young ones coming up, them going for this, and it get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I always said, yo, men would say, all right, let me use Marshall as an example.
Mm-hmm.
You hear Marshall song and stuff like that, right?
Right.
You gotta hear a standard. You gotta hear quality. Aspire to be like that. Try to be like that.
But let me ask this though, if you don't mind. Shouldn't the standard bearers be the public? How about someone saying, well, okay, why not give the public access to all of these people and let they be the people to decide what the standard should be? Because ultimately, the standard lies with the public. Because if people are messing with something, they're messing with it.
Right.
We spoke about this earlier in the interview.
Right.
So what about the argument of put the music out there and let the people decide what they like and what they don't?
So have you ever heard of democracy, bro?
Yeah, but listen, you understand how many songs get released for crossover?
I know very many.
Okay.
Too much.
Understand?
On average 400.
Okay, something more than that.
Yeah.
That was recent decision. What's your average day like? How often do you listen to radio?
Streaming is a big thing for me, but I listen to you. I listen to you.
I'm
glad you
glad
said
you
that.
said that.
Well,
I'm glad you said
I'm glad you brought that too.
Yeah,
right.
I want to talk about that.
Right. You talk about democracy, but I feel like the people got Spotify.
The average person, right? The average person, if you're driving to work, you probably hear the radio. If you're at work, you may hear, but you're not really listening to it. I guess bro, if I got 800 songs and I'm playing that, I'm not even going full 100% soca. I cannot get 800 songs played in a week, right? There are songs that you will probably never hear to really or hear once and never hear again. So how are you going to determine if you actually like that song or not?
Okay.
And there are a lot of
logistics argument.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things that go on behind the scenes, and people think they say, "Oh, just play it." No, it don't happen that way. It just don't happen that way. And this is not only Barbados, this across the world,
Yeah.
Right.
And people talk about songs playing here over and over and over and over. I got two things to say. You lactose intolerant?
I definitely
Very much
am.
so.
Good. And you're gonna find out in a minute because that's how the intro. But anyway, go ahead.
Yo.
Right.
Whoa.
Whoa. Bro. Right.
The clock is ticking.
Back in the days, like, you play a song over and over and over and over. People say, yeah, you eventually like it. Right? Yo, if you give milk all the time, no, you're not eventually like milk. Because there's some artists, some songs, I don't care how often you play it.
Right.
I'm not gonna like it. Furthermore, you play it too often, I'm gonna get pissed off.
Right.
And hate it even more.
Right.
But that's just it. There's so many little logistics that go on in radio that people don't know, or they may know. I'm like, I don't care about that. I hear my favorite song. Well, sir, it don't work that way. That just what it is.
I have another question that come in left field, so I just want to know if one of men got any more questions on it.
Nah, sorry, but
Hang on,
like just to double up on you were saying, it was more Moses' question about letting people hear everything.
Right. Democratize it.
Right, but this is 2022, dog. It's not hard for an artist to let an audience hear a song. Like, people act like the radio is the end all be all. But after your song on the radio, you got so much promotion to do. I was just saying, so much artists doing so much promotion with all the radio. I can be real, Moses. I feel like you're doing it.
Thank you, sir.
Bro,
yeah,
you are.
You are.
I would say back in the day, you had to hear a song on the radio.
Correct.
Yeah.
Back in the day, man, like, what's that song people in the street? Like radio gets the song sometimes after the bubbling. There's songs that
Which is true.
Which is very
Bubbling.
true. Which is very true.
Yeah. The radio's come like nowadays. It's
My
not a song.
memories. I really like
memories.
it. Right, but that's it. I hear y'all. But that
You too to happy.
but that
I can hold in that one. I can hold in that one.
Oh my god.
I was going so
Keep
good.
going.
Bubble
Right, what you saying, though?
Right? No, but the reality is that it takes a while for some of these songs to hit the radio. That's
Yeah.
just how it is.
Right.
So yeah.
I wanted to know if you have any behind the scenes stories of things that you've just witnessed or been a part of that like the public doesn't know that you would share with us right now.
I got enough, but no.
That's
Okay,
so
other things.
funny though.
But if you had to say if you had to say one that but you don't call the name, but then eventually later on you will call your name. But same show.
Today, baby.
That was good. That was good. I like it. I want to come back. But I know the stories, but like I know. Okay, there've been times where artists would actually call the radio station upon a fake voice. I want to hear that song by Kofi.
Oh
You
my
get that too
God.
right? No, seriously, no,
Gee.
bro.
Oh my god.
And that was the back end of how Max like, bro, you know, I can see your number. You know, I got number on my phone. But,
Max.
no, they do. And then like when you text messages, yo, that's so much fast.
Ski.
Right, you just it's like, bro, I can see your picture.
H.
You, like,
Harris.
yo, right? The situation's like everybody can tell you bubble laughing at me, but nah, but it's like it's weird. It's just weird.
What do you mean?
But no, but I can understand it because if you want your song played, is like some people will do anything to get a song
I
on the
understand
radio.
that.
Right?
I understand that.
And I learned from Rick one time. Rick always said, the man said, I never call a radio station to play my song. I never asked one to play a song. Listen, about you. That's what Rick never called anyone. The man said, you're gonna find the true test of your song if someone picks it up and likes it and plays it just like that.
And also if you're Rick, that's a big thing for you.
I feel like before Rick was Rick. Probably.
Was there ever?
was a-
I want to ask a question. Was there ever before Rick? Like, how long was that before Rick stage? Before
Forget
Rick
BC,
was-
it's BR now.
I think Brett was always a phenomenon.
I would say Rick. Yeah, I think Rick come on.
My
There's a
father-
hard. There's a hard.
I born
My
on
father
Rick.
taught
I
him at
born
school.
on
My father
Rick.
said Rick that always saw.
No,
I remember
he was
my
so-
older sister again, rest her soul, had a tape on her old bashment. A tape, a cassette tape, a rewind tape, a petty penciling tape with old bashment. A lyric was funny, dog.
Some people are just
Jeez,
prodigies.
oh,
Though.
No, Rick.
But I get what
is-
you're saying, though.
As a producer, you know. You just know. It's like
No.
that body.
Yeah, no,
As
you
you
know.
said,
You know. You look at him like, yo, this
Mosey,
man is
Matrix man.
Is man.
Yeah.
But you got anybody that you had seen the potential, and then all of a sudden they blow, and you're like, I saw that first.
Leadpipe and Saddis.
Mm.
I know. I remember some stories. I think it's stand corrected. One of the first Soca songs Leadpipe ever did was "I drink and I drink till the morning."
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
that. Right. I saw him on YouTube, and I was like, look at him. I was like, this guy acting. He was
Program
chanting.
Murder.
Yeah, program murder. Right. He was chanting at that time. I was like,
The
yo,
most wanted then.
yeah, most wanted. And I said, yo, I put $50 on the table. Yeah, first man to bring heat to my studio again out tonight. Bam. And the man came, somebody brought him by the studio. And that time I had Admiral inside the studio, right? So he came in and he said, yo, what's going on? Nice to meet you, stuff like that. So listen, here what's going on. I'm here with Admiral right now, doing a session right now. I know it come tonight, but when we come back tomorrow, I want to talk to him and stuff. The man said, yeah, cool. The man came back the next day. I said, all right, cool. I said, let me introduce myself, blah, 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 blah. So he, I said, yo, bro, I saw you online. I said, yo, you're real wicked. I said, I don't know how you operate, but I wanna do 3 songs. I wanna give you 3 songs. He's like, I ain't got the money. I said, bro, that's all the key.
That's my brother. That's my dog.
Seriously?
Mr.
Because I'm
Bree.
just starting the impressions. Right, hey. I told him, say, yo, bro, ain't no money. I said, yo, I can just, do it for you and stuff like that. He said, all right, cool. He said, we want to start now? I was like, no, I ain't got nothing for you. He said, all right, sing something for me. He started chanting down. So I said, no, I want saying like sound different. So man said, I never spoken for us. We played the rhythm. He was like, I think you could do this here, man. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, cool. Well, here's a CD, take it, break up. I said, no, I ain't right here right now. I was like, no. All right, so I went inside and bought him a bottle, a beverage, and they came out.
A beverage.
All
brand.
Too many
My God.
Hey,
Thank you.
brought him a beverage, and I gave him. He was like, "Just come to the B and get drinks at this here." I said, "Yeah, big. I get drinks till morning." Man sat down right in the corner, right by the bar. We sat on by the bathroom. I said, "Man, I get say, go out, saying 10 minutes, man, get." I spent it one time. I was like,
What is this?
but that's a wrap.
I was telling it for years.
I was just like,
It's
that's it.
years.
Like that
And you know
that
it.
final vocal was him. I didn't even think of a shitty booth door. I didn't have the plug-in set. None of the, you might go on, yeah, you might go on. I was like, and I was like, recording, I was like, stop. I was like, nah.
You know how can I tumble?
I said, I'm not stopping this. I'm not stopping this.
Mm.
I remember, like, so we record again. I said, bro, I'm keeping that.
So that's one take.
I said, want it. I said, because how it came, I said, he's not gonna get all that.
That's my guy.
You just know.
I was like, whoa. And after that, it's like, we did that contradiction, we did move, and even Leadpipe and Saddis, and Saddis, I wasn't Saddis, right, is, I think, very underrated.
He is.
Mm.
Sean is
And Saddis, your problem is, he real
Shy?
He shy.
Yeah.
I can tell that
because-
he's shy.
He is.
Because Leadpipe is more the I out there, but you
Yeah,
see
it's
Saddis' voice?
Do you think that is one of the reasons why he's so shy that next to Leadpipe that he compares
No,
himself
that's
to
just how he
Leadpipe?
is.
That's not the case? You don't think
No,
that's
I think that's I think that's him, his personality generally. But I think being partnered with Leadpipe is kind of like, well, Leadpipe is your front man, So
Right.
it kind of push him back more and more.
right.
But in terms of melodies, and
Very hard.
vocals,
yeah,
any
Very
the songs they played for you, right?
Yes.
the demos and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I would come up with hooks and melodies and say, yo, Saddis, I got this idea in my head, I'll hum to him. Saddis gonna come in the same night and drop it. That's how you want me, bro, God? Yeah, all right, gone. And he gone.
And technically sound. You know?
Yeah. Bad.
Ba.
I think about all our art. But the thing is, I in these conversations, I always gotta bring up rap analogies and that kind of thing. So I mean, so
What do you
forgive
think?
the
Rap
audience. Yeah, as a rap head, right? Forgive me, right? But when I think about Outkast, right?
Mhm.
People don't think about what Big Boy brought to the group because Andre was
Was,
Andre.
Yeah.
And so you
It's so
understand?
eccentric, right?
But
that
if
it
you
all
really
shadows.
remove Andre and just listen to what Big Boy was doing,
Hard,
and what I mean, it's like,
It's balance.
and I think, yeah.
The balance, yeah.
Balance.
So that's why I asked the question about Saddis. Is just like, I hope that he doesn't feel like he has to play that recessive role or.
No, I
whatever.
try to get like the same contradiction rhythm we did. His song, the first time I saw you, girl, your mind and pushing
Feel
it back.
stressed away.
Yeah. Like honestly, out of all the 3 songs, I think that's my favorite. Because just how it sits. I'm more like an R&B, so I felt about how it just
Right.
sits on it right. And I was like, I telling him, man, to me, up to now, he's still doing plates and flying to Canada just for that song.
Jeez.
The gorilla.
Yeah. Like the man, he's got. I'm like, yo, bro. Actually everything like we had Bruce's Road going on, and Leadpipe will go.
Bruce's
And,
Road.
yeah, I know.
Oh.
I missing this. Right. I would play it. Right.
Uh-huh.
I would say something again. Man, I sing tonight. I said, bro, you are singing tonight here, and you gonna sing, and people like just love. I say, yo, Saddis, nah, boy.
Jeez,
Saddis, yeah, boy. Yeah, he rough.
Very hard.
I have 2
You
complete.
did Ben Up, right?
Yeah, Galone.
But no,
Nah, that was Masterpiece.
That was Masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess that was Masterpiece.
But big up Ben up though. I'm big up
Big
Masterpiece,
Ben
man.
is a
Hard.
No, but that's the endorse the point of how they play off each other.
Right.
Yeah.
the dynamic though. Like
Yeah.
they met individually hard. Dance also they met individually hard. The dynamic of them together upon a song
It's
is different. B.
unmatchable.
Right.
I've done jingles with them men, right?
Mm.
And I love doing jingles and commercials and stuff like that. And just to see two of them say, yeah, man, I got a project here. You want to send the information? Nah, we can touch it when we get there. Cool. I put it on your screen. 10 minutes. Oh, yeah. You got to play a beat. And mic on? Yeah. And then it's
Mic
right.
on.
And I'd be like, you guys are like peanut butter and jam. It's like,
Is it-
it's ridiculous how they make, like, they feed off each other without even knowing.
Say.
It's like, he can say something and he can get repeat. It's just, yo, you gotta be there.
You and Darren like that?
Who?
You and Darian. You know Darian
Darren-
Bailey that
yeah.
of Studio B? You know,
No,
you know
no,
who that is,
no.
right? You know Darian Bailey,
I
right?
know Darren.
Oh,
yeah.
you know him now? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
no, I'm sorry. Darren and I don't work together anymore.
Oh.
We were in Studio B before. Well, sorry, he was in Studio B before.
Studio
but-
B, just you know.
Yeah. Well, Studio B was actually all with me from the beginning. So Studio B was like, I can't remember the year. But I used to be like 2005.
Sorry. So
four?
sorry. So Studio B is only you and not 2 people. It
No.
was 2 people for.
No, it's see. Clarification here.
Mm.
I started Studio B years ago,
Mhm.
and I did with South Central, which is my other business. We did,
That's your business.
huh?
So Central
And
is
not
your
Richard
business.
Haynes?
And not
It's-
Richard
it's
Haynes.
me and Richard. I'm like big boy.
Jesus
I'm
Christ!
not Richard.
He's a big boy.
Big boy.
He like boy. He like big boy.
No, I dead ass thought you
I didn't
were
know that.
signed on theirs to Soul Central.
So did I.
He signed himself.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a
I,
thing.
Must sign his own
yeah,
soul.
I signed my own check. Sorry. Not kidding. No, I do. Nah, Soul Central is me, Richard.
What the be
50-50 or me like 90-10, like you're 10 and he's 90.
dog? Me, Richard
Richard.
had a whole course, a
Now,
whole course
It's
this
me,
right
Richard.
with me, and I did not know this. Me.
Yeah, that's good.
and to think that we're trying to get rich.
So wait, you
B, I was going to bring it at the end of this podcast.
did you you wanted that out there that you are like part of, so you are self-centered?
Yeah,
It
it's
It would know.
it what it is. Yeah, well, they know because
So
when they edited that, I know what. Paper scroll.
Come on, hey, you don't
Well, man,
say that really.
He signed a contract. Bubbles is mine.
okay, so Central is artist management.
It's artist management and
Right.
marketing. So the two sides. Of it.
So you do management?
I heard you mention you do marketing earlier, right? But I didn't question it. I just left it.
I thought it was just
That's
you.
what you meant.
I
That's
thought
what
it was just you boosting posts on Facebook. I didn't know. I didn't know
Who's the fuck about?
First of all, I'm not even on Facebook.
How you?
Wait, hold on. Wait, press go very quick.
It's funny.
Insert crickets.
You're not on Facebook. And you so old, B? No, I'm kidding.
That was my mindset, yo. That was my mindset, no. You refer to that.
That's your domain.
I just know he's broadcast morning.
But then this brings up a whole new question. How
Yeah,
do you have the time in the day to do all of these things, though?
I don't. So when people say, "Oh, all hoes," I was laughing.
So how you here though? How you here right now? But like, if you weren't here, what would you be doing right now?
I be in studio.
Producing?
I got commercials
managing?
going. Don't know.
Man, all right,
I got
I got to wrap my head around this.
But I listen. I honestly, right. I only hear because generally I like when the man.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
I'd be like you too.
I don't grow people.
Be like
And
you.
that was me, right? And it's not that I ain't antisocial. Is that people just don't. All right. Before we ran into each other doing here, we didn't really kick it with each other,
Yeah.
right? And we DJs. People assume because you DJ, yeah, we DJ together. Yeah, cool, we DJ together.
That don't mean it's breeze like
Yeah, I don't breeze, right? And I think I reached out to you on IG or something like
Yeah,
that.
we talk on
Yeah,
IG,
it's something
I
like
think.
that, right?
Yeah.
But I only hit you up because I said, yo, Emma, I like what you do.
Yeah, man.
Right?
I appreciate that.
And for me, it's like if I see people doing good things, I'd be like, yo, yeah, I guess man, no. And I hesitate all the time. I'll go back to the whole sort of thing. But I hesitate all the time because people do a lot of things for clout. People come me for clout, and I don't like doing things or hitting up people because they feel I want something from them. Because that's just me. My father teach me, yo, if you ain't got it, do it though. The case may be. But as a man that if you're doing good stuff, I believe in yo, getting jacket and getting flowers.
Right.
My flowers, especially in these sort of times.
Right.
Hands down. So that was why I reached out to you, and it wasn't even. I can't remember what it was. Just like yo, I just like a cool guy. Let's keep it. You work when I'm in. I used to watch my podcasts all the time. And watching stuff like
Everyone
that.
used to be in life.
Yo, yeah,
me first.
But the thing is, do you know what? Just you with your name, like forget you as a person.
I still don't know what that means. Being my name, but go ahead.
You as in the brand,
Yeah.
Bubbles.
Yeah, no. I know what that
branding
means. But I
as
still,
a marketer,
No.
as South Central. You
No,
know that brand.
I
is a
still
thing.
know that, right? But it's still weird to me when someone says, "Here's Bubbles." No, I'm just Kevin, but if you want to call me Bubbles, cool. Yeah, but anyhow, go ahead.
But the thing is when not even looking at you, but that's as the brand Bubbles reaches out and says, all you gotta say is, "Yo, hey, like what you doing? Keep up the good work," and you just did. That is just another 2 weeks inspiration,
That game
3
for
months
CP.
inspiration. To
Recommended.
just move on. You understand me? Like I would just like I remember when you reached out to me and I shot the man and just to say about yo like Bubbles checking out the man, be lady man, just keep pushing. You understand? I feel like we need people that coming up need to
Need
hear.
that voice.
We need that voice sometimes. Just say, keep up the good work. I listen to your song. I watch your podcast. And the fact that you do that, I really appreciate you. For
To be
that,
real
man.
though,
Really
the
do.
man filmed 4 episodes last year,
Yeah,
and like even offering us your space, dog.
yeah.
That's next level. Like that, just as
Yeah.
Mark said, a new breath into the project.
Y'all are making me cry tonight. Sorry, go
But-
ahead.
I am so
go ahead. Go ahead.
This kind of not really the same topic, but I am on the about this as Soul Central. I just don't understand your day. You work on air at least 3 hours.
For now.
For
Yeah, no, yeah.
oh 4 hours. I assume it's Breeze for one. So let me say you spend 5 hours down the road. You are the jingle man in Barbados. I assume that takes a very big portion of your time.
He's a jingle man.
Big man, this man voice on every fucking commercial, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, yes, his contact studio be for all your commercials and jingles. It's like, okay.
But I remember at Sweeps, that was just Bubble.
Which
Yeah,
one?
At Sweeps, that was just him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, honestly,
That's true.
And I pay my taxes. Like,
There's not getting into it?
yeah. There have been, I remember it was a hot one day, and Richard called me. He said, yeah, Bubbles, yeah. Don't do no more commercials. I said, what do you mean? He said, I just sat in the car, and there were 9 commercials playing. Bro, you voiced 7, I produced the other 4. I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, but I honestly, I just like I like doing commercials from them.
Like
I remember it was commercial jingles. I remember it was what shoot name? But I try to remember Gary Siro. Gary Siro back in the law commercials. I remember calling Gary one time and say, "Oh, Gary boy, I really want to be up to your level one day." And what hit me to the heart, which I really remember. Gary called me one day, man said, "Bubbles, I listen to you." Yeah, boy, using mine right now. I was like, "Word."
But
Thanks.
but that's the same thing that I said earlier about like when I hear your voice, they got a lot of voices that I used to be like, who that is? I feel like no. But when I hear your voice, I'm like, yo, that's Bubbles. Even if I didn't know you before, I'll just be like, yo, that's Bubbles, dog. That's so cool. And I guess that's why people hate it.
Well, sorry. Like when it's sometimes I go on a date, if I want quality time, that special lady tells me, yeah, don't open your mouth tonight. Just keep quiet. I've literally been places. Walk into a store. Hi, Gavin, help you? Just looking around. Bubbles?
you ever had a girl that very intimate, she whispered in your ear, do the flow out for me?
No!
That'd be so hard, though.
Hey, don't kick shit.
Hi.
Whatever gets her there.
Where's your SIM card located?
Oh my God.
Sir.
Oh my gosh.
I can't figure out where he's got his time though. Like,
Yeah.
Right. So my average day would be now have a bit more structure because I have someone, Natalie, who does a wonderful job doing emails and structure my day. So it's like, okay, wake in the morning, 7-ish, 7:30 the case and be, coffee with the case and be. And I look at my emails or she would tell me, all right, yeah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do that. Cool. So I go in the studio. Depending if I'm writing scripts, thinking concepts, I just go in the studio and be like, okay, what do I gotta do there? So sometimes I'll have scripts, right? I'm like, okay, walk around helps get some ideas, concept, put it down. Sometimes I will voice, sometimes I will go call people to come in to voice and stuff like that. So I usually work in the studio from like 8-ish till now I'm trying to go to 12. Then 12, it's like, yo, I done. I need to get a half hour, if not sleep, just half hour studio and commercial out of my head. Then to get ready for work, leave from 1 o'clock, go on the radio, do radio from 2 till 6, leave 6, get something to eat, back in studio from 7:30, 8 until whenever. And that was like Monday to Friday.
And we ain't touch open Soul Central, but yeah.
Yeah. Like your days are so, but
Yeah.
if you constipated, big man, you offset, you whole schedule be, you ain't got no time, dog.
So I'd laugh at myself, like, man, you got all the girls. Where are they? Like, yo, I don't have time for that. I don't have time.
But they are messaging though.
Huh?
You said earlier that you saw you saw something in Leadpipe and Saddis and thing early. Who do you see something in now that's coming up?
Just loaded.
I honestly would say right now, Ready artists.
If you didn't say that, dog.
I remember I was on the radio and Eva was juggling and I heard it was dance, right? It's looking like I was just looking like, oh, like, right. And then we were juggling. Next day I was like, yeah, play that dancey song again. Yeah, and I just saw it. And then they think I was like, you play another song? I was like, man, who is this guy? I was like, nah, because he can feel like creepy. He can feel that ice boy groupies.
It's crazy that you think
I swear. If I call Ever would be like, man, try messy man. I said, nah, left it alone. Then I think by day 4, I was like,
I'll be honest though. If I saw on my WhatsApp that a man messaged me and his name is Daddy Bubbles, I'll be like, okay, yo, this is weird.
Let's not add that.
And then he say, yo, bro, just said, yo, keep it good work and blah blah and stuff like that, right? He's like, yeah, cool, appreciate it. And they said,
That is
I know,
so
maybe
good.
I said
That
maybe
is
one
really
day,
good.
maybe one day, we can look inside studio. And if that was a Thursday, right about my studio Thursday night, yeah, so you tell me coming true. Whoa, whoa, right?
No, you're gonna
right? But I think like what I like about Red is that he's a genuine person, and I like you real bad.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think outside of music, we got like a friendship right now too.
Mhm.
So like sometimes he'll call me with advice and sometimes just reason. Somebody go to the studio, sit down, and just reason. And just like cover stuff. Then I say, all right, yeah, we're at time. If it were hit me, cool. If not, you know what I mean. But Red, our boy has a voice of his world and the melodies and he's educated. So yeah, bigger Red artist for sure. I mean, there are others, but top of my head right now is Red for sure. And I got other artists that I really want to work with too, like Chris Irie. I actually hit Chris Irie today. And same thing, hey Miss Irie, this Daddy Bubble. That's what I do, right? So the artists that I still want to work with.
I would like to work with her too, actually. I know I would do like Cara Grass, I know, but I like she real bad.
I mean in the studio. I mean work in the studio.
Oh, I meant work like Rihanna's work. Anyway.
Okay.
Just turn that on.
The main man up held that shot
How
here.
you
Time
bucket
to step back.
canceling?
He don't held that
Time to step back.
Oh, sir.
I have another question, and thank God for drinks. But have you ever heard not play this person, but don't play this artist? Has that ever been a thing?
You mean DJing? Oh, DJing. Oh,
No, I mean either on the
I'll
radio.
get the right question.
On the
Marcus.
has our artist blackballed in BAM? Does anybody have you ever been called and be like, yo, me as the program director, you see this artist, don't play him, bad vibes, negative energy, he horoscope, just saying beer jumbo he.
Okay. Before you say yes or no, I'm just tell you yes or no. Because I'm not gonna pussyfoot. Remember, I've worked on every radio station.
Yes. So it's not particular radio station.
Yes.
Okay.
That's interesting.
You trying to trap me? You can't trap
No,
me.
ain't chopping me. I chop you.
Come again.
I just wanted to
Can I
know.
ask? No. You can answer that.
I swear, ask.
Go,
No, you're not gonna answer.
bruh.
How you know?
I was gonna ask, like, can you give us a period of time?
A period of time?
Yeah.
I would say it would have to be in my 23 years of radio. During that,
okay.
because I started radio in 1998.
Right.
My master's a bit off.
So anytime between
anytime between 98
2022.
and 2022, I've heard that
Right.
once or twice
So
before.
any artist in between there.
Okay, so let's just do the process of elimination. The 23rd year.
The 23rd year. We just started. It's only in
So the
February now.
22nd year.
22nd year.
I just play, man. Okay. Well, this is
Well,
good.
what was the reason given? If it may ask.
I try to remember. I don't think in some situations it was. I don't think I think there was one time. My answer. I think there was
I
one
don't know
time.
if this was during
where-
your sorry.
I think there was a
This is
period.
beautiful.
I don't work at Starcom anymore. I think there was a period that a certain band was banned. I think
On Starcom.
Yeah. In fact, anyway, let's go.
I
But-
mean,
but-
Ain't coming.
But no, it ain't coming. But the reasons I think some you know it's like, man, this ain't good, don't good, you know. it's like, man, wait for that call. You see what time I get the call today, right? You know, to be real, you know things.
Yeah.
When you hear things like shoot, it's like, this ain't no good. This when two artists got beef, is like,
Yeah. I see that. There's some hidden tension in the industry and stuff.
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
I get you.
I had the biography on Crossfire last year, and I don't know if he was on CBC at the time, but they did not want their music played on 98, and I feel like that fit in your bill of artists not to play.
I think it was that, but I think there was a time, I stand corrected, but there was a time. I think a time when Square One was not so appealing on the radio. No, I believe so. But I was like way above my pay grade. I was like,
Oh, that was more managerial
Yeah,
kind of.
thanks.
Their manager didn't like
I
their
ain't
manager.
about
The
that.
bigger heads.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
Jeez,
I was trying to wait Crossfire didn't play from CBC. It was Admiral though. It was definitely Admiral.
Oh, well then.
That's
Oh,
just do
well,
that.
that could be anything. First of all, I love Admiral.
Admiral's good people.
He's first where brought me well, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that story?
Tony. Long story short, moved to Barbados in
Yeah, we didn't talk about your origin.
Oh, Canadian, born in Canada, came to Barbados in 1988.
1988, that's a year.
Went to Christopher Boys School, then went to Lodge after my father think that I wasn't even gonna make Lodge because I could barely read or write. I did very, very good in the first time at Lodge. I gave him like second out of 30 students. I felt good for the first time.
And then?
Then I met girls.
Mm.
Then
Say no more.
Then I went to 20. I came 28.
Mm.
I came 30.
I remember when I met girls.
That nigga don't
Yeah.
That was yesterday, Marcus.
But then I went to school. I think I started DJing like from 12, 13
Oh.
at Lodge. I just like DJing. Like I think DJing.
Sorry.
What?
What were you DJing on?
Turntables.
Like belt driven turntable.
Yeah, man. 1200s.
Oh, wait. How you get access to these
That's
things?
what I mean.
Bro, like
Because this is 1990s. You got the music. You got the devices to play this. Like
yeah,
how-
no, I had friends like DJ Gloves and Ice School International DJs and stuff who would probably lend me stuff. Admiral would lend me stuff like that.
At 12.
Yeah, babe. Like I used to go to this time my DJ started. Like I used to be that guy at home with one turntable with a stereo,
Mm-hmm.
and you have phono for the turntable
Yeah.
and
Like,
tuner for the
mm.
radio. And I
Oh.
realized that if I press two of them together, I can actually play a record while whoever's on the radio playing the record too. At that time, I had like 4 records, and one was the song Eris 2. Come in something Spanish song, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would try to mix that song with every single song coming on the radio.
That's
Right, like-
dedication.
Like
Yeah.
that was me. I think I've broken 12,000 needles in my mother father's house, and I get beat regular.
Baby, get to the Admiral part because I have a question to ask.
Right. So going forward right now,
I was so
it
interested
was.
about going.
Kofi was living his
Right.
dream.
It was. I can get there quick. It was like I would go to my godfather was Ken Linton, and he was part of Excelsior Choir.
Mhm.
And my mom and dad would go. These got fish fries and stuff back in there, right? And I would go, and there was Chad. I think the DJ was Chad, and I would go and just stand by the DJ all the time before night, and just watch the DJ. No, at that point in time, I think I was just turned 12, and I never really played in front of people. And he looked at me all the time, and he was looking around and said, "Yo, you know what I'm doing?" I said, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing. You can play music?" "Yeah, I play music." Hey, he said, "I want to go to the bathroom." I said, "Cool, no problem." I knew nothing, right? But I was watching all the time because I was so interested and involved in it. So I put on one record, I mix it, and people were still dancing in the bottom of it. So, all right, cool. He come in the bathroom, so I mix another song. People still dancing. And I see my mother and father come look at me. "Kevin, huh? What you doing? Play music, man. When you learn this? Just now." And the child was there, like, by the bar. So I rocked up for 20 minutes.
Mm.
I didn't know his music. I just put it on, and eventually he's like, and so it would come out to every fish fry. I would do it. And then getting on my sister, getting on Marshall, she was working at.
Another big one.
That is
It's for real.
I found that out this year, by the way.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah?
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny.
2022?
Yeah,
It's funny.
yeah.
It's like I feel like they don't hide it.
Well, I do. Sorry.
I-
Right? So I think she was at VOB at that time. She started an internship, and she knew Admiral. And Admiral actually lived like around the corner from us. So you drove home and stuff like that. And I was like, "Yo, Admiral," I'm like, damn, because back in there, Admiral was the king of swing. It's like you like he was like a god.
The king of swing.
The king of swing. He was the god. The man was so cocky and arrogant. The man had his face painted on his samurai.
Oh, sight.
Like he was that guy. Right? And so then like he would see me and stuff like that, and my sister told him like he was DJ for home and stuff like that. So he said, "Max, they come." So one day he brought me to his house and the big room beer record and stuff. I was in heaven. I would just go there a couple of times and stuff like that, and he would teach me 1, 2 things that make me better. I remember it was, I think the first gig he did was when he took me, he said one night we going, say man, Bubbles come, we going Oyster said, and I got a DJ a gig. It's all right, cool.
How old you was again?
Whenever Bumper Inspector came out, I don't remember what it was. Right. But he came out, and the reason why I remember that song, he came out, he was like, yeah, he on stage, nice out there, you know, because he told me he DJing. Next up, we got the new biggest DJ in Barbados, Daddy. No, it's Bubbles. I'm like, me? He said, boy, you can start playing music. I was like, oh, shit, it's about to go. No, dog. I sat back, I remixed Bumper Inspector for about 20 minutes. I was like, catch myself. And then that's what it was, right? And then when he brought me home and stuff like that, he was like, yeah, do good. And I was actually thrown in the water. And after that, he was just taking me. But I remember I was like young in St. Andrew playing by a clubhouse. And there's like real gangsters back in there. And I'm there like, hello man there. Little money play music? Don't play that shit here, no.
That time gangsters in St. Andrew, big man.
That man rough, you
They
know.
using clay bricks, man. They using big rocks.
I hear me because my mother was born in
clay bricks, Mosey.
my mother was born in St. Andrew, so I'm like, my mom used to live in St. Andrew. Like, you know who your mother is, big man. Right? I play music.
But you mother can't help you. Know.
Nah, can't me, right? And like sometimes he would. There was one time I will never forget. I get beauty for it. So he left me down there.
What?
Who?
Admiral?
He went play another game and come back, but he didn't come back. I was in St. Andrew with killers, right? At about 4:30 in the morning, and the truck man, thank you so much. Don't remember your name. Man said, well, I'm gonna get back. I said, I call you, I can't find Admiral. Relive, Christchurch, cheese on big man. The man said, I am in the back going through like chalky, freezing, but because I on my back, right? Going. So I just see me get on my mother's house at like 7:30 in the morning. My mother here, about to burn on your house because she can't find your son stuff without it, right? And I'm like, I had real deal. So when I see DJs again, I'm like, yo, y'all have no idea. I had to walk, we come and meet the mix with the mark, right? That long road, bro. I had to walk from there like nearly every other weekend with crates in my hand all the way home, playing at Reggae Lounge on a Tuesday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. Cause my father, old school, I don't understand DJ Future, I ain't coming for you. But again, working for $150, not a night. For the Tuesday, the Saturday, and the Sunday, working from 7 till 1 in the morning and so, getting $150. And then go walk all the way home, and my father passing me, going to church, he head straight, my mother, Louis, stop and get a boy left. Are you sending somewhere? And I'm like, all right, cool.
If you got these stories, right, that means Nelson got some crazy stories because he made sugar lump and he that thing, so he had to be walking with cheese on. Turntable, so he bought cheese on for like.
Yeah, so that's what started. That's because it started. I had it rough, but
I honestly glad you found someone to help you along your journey though. As in like that open.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't got that.
I'm always interested in when like Gainell is Gainell. Gainell is Gainell, right? And you are Bubbles. Are you interested like your mother and father? Them is like into creativity too and that kind of thing.
Them is not. They're like real old school. Father's born in I think St. Thomas and used to spend a lot of time in Holders Hills and Jane. My mother was Shreveport and St. Andrew. They were like. Back in the day, you leave, you go to Canada, you make some money, you come back here every time. To show the difference, when I remember me and my father could never get along. And I realized it when I turned 17. My father turned 71. So understand, I was like, wait, yo.
Oh, sight.
We will never see like that.
Yeah.
Until that day, I brought him a check for $4,000.
I had one of them moments.
Right. Hey, he called, he said, what is that here doing here? I said, it's me DJing. $4 DJing? He called Admiral. What's the full just legit and stuff like that, right? But I'm tell you, after that, good, cool. Yeah, listen, some bills were here go up here. And then it was like paying bills in the house or something.
But because of that, y'all got closer together because I guess because he saw you as you were providing too, kind of like he saw you as a man or whatever.
Nah, he never seen a man. I don't think he was rest in peace. I don't think I think he realized, all right, he ain't doing drugs, he ain't getting locked up, police ain't come out here. All right. And he mother beg free, cool. But he always said, I used to work in the bank too, Scotia Bank, right? And for like 7, 8 years. And then one day just said, I just done with that. And he told me straight, yo, I can't tell what to do, but you still got bills to deal with. And that was the stage where the commercials and stuff started to get involved because there was a little room inside the house or the office getting like just studying back in the day. But we big now, so we don't study going to school stuff like that. And Galen was always daddy's favorite. So I remember I went to him, Bingy Bank. I said, yo, I gotta bring my father over. I want the room to set up my little studio. And I said, all right, Dad, here we're going. You gotta wait for your right time, you know what I'm saying? So he eating, he feeling happy. He said, Dad, I got a proposal. I typed it up, proposed everything, and said, all right, I could pay you $500 a month, blah, blah, blah. This is not legit. No.
Really?
I come to man next day. Okay, $700. No. And I'm like, yo, this man is just really feeling this here, right?
Yeah.
Until one day, we all at breakfast, like happy family. Getting us, and you want that studio? You want the studio? I said, I like the bike. He get on, he give me that. Swear. Getting us in, Dad, what you doing in the office here? Nah, with it. Why? You should probably get Kevin and get Susie and go to places.
It's always the old.
Dad, look up. All right. I'm like, man, what?
Did you ever feel aware that he didn't really support what it is that you were doing?
This is the thing, right? At first, but I was young and you're hot headed and stuff like that. But when I got older, I'm kind of glad what he did because it taught me. If you tell me no, if you tell me no right now, trust me, I can go and do it. In other words, like if you tell me, let me know. If I tell you, all right, I feel like I didn't want to do this here. That can't work, you can't do it. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm not really showing you by showing myself, yo, let me decide if it can work or if it can't work. You know what I'm saying? Right. So nobody really can tell me you can't get this, you can't do that. I work hard for everything I have right now.
Right.
But if he gave me everything I wanted, I don't think I will have that determination in me and that work ethics and stuff in me. So I kind of, it's only got older, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I actually kind of glad.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes in terms of like even something like this where like, you know, we up here spending a whole night, you know, having a conversation, setting up all kind of things. If I had to explain that to my father, he just wouldn't. He would just say, "How much money does it make you? Money, yes or no?"
Yeah,
I was like, "That's it."
a lot of the DJing thing. I ain't had to lift crates, but a lot of that was related. My father's very religious, so it's odd to have your the bishop's son getting out playing music. Like that's not exactly the ideal thing. But
I understand. My father was an organist. My uncle is Canon George. Like all my family in church and stuff like that. So all look at me like, Kevin, you can't church there? No, Uncle George, yeah.
Call your tire print before.
I ain't gonna make church there nor Christmas lunch. But listen, cause bitch got fat, so we gonna leave here now.
Jeez,
but they understand that I was a rebel family.
Eventually though, it's kind of time it's turn around.
Yeah.
But really? I agree with it. Well, for me, I don't know about you. I agree with 1,000% though, but like, just be grateful that you ain't get everything.
Yeah, for sure. Because you got some children out there who get everything they want. It's like, yo, bro, like, and I kind of empathize with them because if you were given everything you wanted,
you wouldn't work.
It's gonna be normal for you, right?
Right.
So you're gonna
be a mediocre individual.
But you're gonna see like there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
until you don't get something.
Yeah.
In terms of you and Gaynell, how does Gaynell inspire you?
Good question.
Does she? First of all, I assume she did, but I shouldn't just assume.
I'm assuming it's gonna inspire me to get on radio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I tell them right now, I never wanted to get on radio. I cared nothing. I do now, but I cared nothing with radio before. It only happened because working with Admiral and stuff like that. You know, you jump in the radio and stuff, and I was working with Donnie, Mixmaster Donnie, and.
Yeah, boy.
And he was like, he won again. He was like, yeah, it's cool. And actually, we made the application to Hot at that time, and we were going as a team, right? And they were like, okay, cool. Yeah, they did them and stuff like that. And they said, we don't do teams, blah blah and stuff like that. I was like, okay, cool. Cause I was the DJ. He's the mic man. I don't want to talk, right? And then one day I got a call from Carl Scott, may rest in peace, and he said, I want to come in and do a demo. I was like, me? What? So I did demo already, script and stuff like that. It's not cool. And it was in Canada that year. And again, call me and tell me, yo, yeah, kind of call you the one you come do the internship. I was like, me? I don't want to do the internship. But then they said, all right. And then it was there. And I remember I told him, he said, I can try out on a Sunday. And I was like, okay, cool, no problem. He said, you ready to start on Sunday? I said, nah. He said, what do you mean, nah? He said, B, you want to sound? At that time, Hot was like, one session. I was like, bro, we give you the opportunity. We tell him no. He said, I want to take a few Sundays to just get myself together. He was like, all right, I give you 3 Sundays. The way for doing 3 Sundays, I would drive around Barbados to find out what people do on the Sunday during 10 and 3 o'clock.
Good, man.
Right, and he thought I was going crazy. And I would like
That's
all
market
just Andrew,
research.
everything right. And I'm like, okay, good.
It's true.
Right. But I didn't know the market research at that point of time. I was just
Right.
finding out what people were doing. And then I structured my shift. Okay, people don't come for church 10 o'clock. Okay, they don't want to get into new hardcore. But by the afternoon minutes, like washing the cars and keeping clean and stuff, they want to give me a little things. So I would usually end my set with a little dance, so give them a little jig. And they did that. And I think that was the first time ever Starcom saw revenue coming on a Sunday. Because you would know on radio, Sundays are like the deadest ever, right? On the radio, between 10 and 3 is like a slow zone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why are people booking ads on a Sunday 10 and 3, right? But that's what it was.
Do you feel they need to do you compete with other broadcasters for attention on?
Nah.
Oh.
Nah. I honestly feel that I don't want to say I had my time, but yeah, I had my time to shine because I always remember when it was so spectacular and the kid documented these things. It was one event, Matt Fingal was introducing me on stage. And I remember I prayed on stage to say, yo, I want to be one of the very popular DJs in Barbados and across the world and be a household name. But I also want to know that when it's my time to be like, yo, I had my time to bow out and not be like, man, he's paying proportions right now. And so I think I'm at a stage now where like, okay, cool, well, not being arrogant, but factual, I don't think I have anything to prove.
Right.
I
That's not arrogance
did
at all.
all across the world for all-star backed men and stuff like that. So it's like, I really don't have to have a DJ.
Right.
But I like doing it. I like to
What do you
train.
think of a Puffy and seeing, the lengths that he's going to take in this DJing thing? How does that, as a DJ who has had some impact and some interaction with him, how do you view things like that? How does that make you?
I love it because I still remember the first time Puffy came to me. We were playing at it was a club in Hastings. Can't remember what it was at that time.
Hastings.
Back in the day, it was a club we had. It's you know where oh geez, oh man, you know KFC.
Yeah.
So you're coming now towards like Oysters, but it's kind of before Influence brought on the other side. They got restaurants there right now,
Right.
but it was a club. There's a
I
club there.
have no idea.
Oh, I know the building.
I
You
have
mean,
no idea.
It's kind of off the
oh
road.
shoot, what was there?
Blue Pineapple?
Before Blue Pineapple.
Before there.
No, is that
No,
after
it wasn't. It wasn't. It used to be Caribbean Hotel. They had a place downstairs there.
Yeah, we're
The spot. Yeah, I know this spot.
anyway, right.
Right,
right,
But
anyway,
anyway,
out there, though.
right out there.
Right.
Right. And Puffy came to me, he's like, yo, but what's going on, man? DJ Puffy? He said, yeah, no, I'm watching stuff like that. He said, yeah, there's one of the I going on a few in sound right now, and I just want to see. No, before, I just want to like, give me rate me and stuff like that. I watched him, and I was like, yo, this kid. Wow. I was like, how you feel? I said, yo, bro, yeah, you going places. From day one, you going places. And then it was like, at that time, I called Scratch, and said, he was like, yo, Scratch, yo. You gotta look over this kid called DJ Puffy. And they said, yeah, man, watch my board and stuff like that. And then we brought him on Slam team. But it is Puffy's growing up. Like I know his mother, it's called my sister all the time. Is like how he was raised, he was destined to be great. Because he's respectful.
Yes.
He understands work ethics.
Definitely.
Every time I call Puffy, he would never be late for work. And he understands. And the only problem I had with him, and I told him, I said, it's not really a problem. I said, I understand when you posting your successes and stuff like that. I said, but those listening to you and following you don't know all the quote-unquote fuck-ups you did
To get
before
there.
you posted it.
Right.
And that's my problem kind of with social media, right? Is that no one posts their failures.
Right.
So everyone feels, oh, I can be Puffy again and do a camera and stuff like that. And you know what annoys me? There have been some individuals, and this is the thing with social media again, where I know that I was at an event and playing, as a young DJ, and you have that time everyone follow the camera right now. So everyone, I gotta have a camera thing, bro.
Right.
You're the opening DJ. You know, give what we need the camera thing for. Anyhow, he took a shot of him opening the event, right? So you see him on stage. And this is not Puffy, this is not DJ, right? And then he merged another clip when I was playing. And everybody getting real forward and stuff like that.
Oh, that's beer.
Right.
Oh,
But you know, the thing that
word.
sold him out is that when he was playing, it was like early in the day and his son was out.
Oh,
Oh,
Right.
no.
So you know me, at that time I was being a little asshole. I put, yo, nice, day and night.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I was
word.
I had a couple. I was like, yeah. But you see, if you don't know these behind the scenes stories, you're gonna assume, yo, that little man messed up the club. No, he's not.
But you know that those stories that people paint that are distortions of the truth are what get them
Always.
business though. That's what gets them work.
Yeah,
This is playing the social
Yeah,
media
but
game.
that's
Yeah,
not, that's not how they keep work, though.
but
That's
they
not
don't
they
keep
keep
work.
work.
They don't keep work.
Right.
Because
I disagree.
no.
Nah,
I
nah.
disagree. Go, don't go, go,
Yeah,
go,
sir.
Stop.
3 minute music.
Yeah.
4.
Right. I'm not worried about that because it gives you the impression that they can't work. No, they go along make not they work. I know. You know what really bursts people's ego? Oh, I got 10,000 followers. I said, okay, you think it's all that? Hold a birthday party. Hold a birthday party. Me and John Doe, rest in peace, bro. Is like when we used to do Hot Boys birthday bashes, right? We used to got 4,000 people and stuff outside the club again. Did long before social media and stuff like that. And bro, you got 10,000 people and 50,000 people on your social media, and you can't get 200 people on the boat cruise? No, man.
I personally feel that social media is fake it till you make it, and then make it.
I hate that.
Well, the thing is, right?
I
like,
see people
when you're
that
on
do
the
that.
stage. I feel I get that to the point where you got to perform. Come when you're performing and people realize, oh, you're not it. What's happened then?
That's what you're trying to say.
Right.
Because use the same social media to bring you to hell down.
But there's
Yeah,
hold on,
exactly.
get this though. There's perception and there's reality. The reality is your junk. The perception sometimes is stronger than the reality. So
That
some people.
perception-
So for
Yeah,
example, so
true.
give me a minute. So when you are posting on social media that people, you are splicing clips and people think that you hype, everybody wants to see you. When you actually come on stage, you have a false presence that they think that you hold
Mhm.
that you don't really have, but perception takes over reality to the point where whatever you do, no matter if it's good or bad, they're gonna have a
What you're
reflection.
saying
that
is
Marcus
it
Myers, we
creates-
live in Barbados.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you're saying is that
Yeah.
it creates an opportunity.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Which I take.
I agree 100%.
But if you don't follow up on that and just try to be what it is that you purported to be,
Man,
Right.
Because
You're gonna
listen,
crash.
because you Bayesian, I realize about Bayesians, right? Some Bayesians can cuss you, but Bayesians just be like, yo, I mess with you.
nigga just
Yeah.
miss you
Yeah.
like that.
It's like,
Pretty much
Them
is
will
you
talk to
worse,
you.
you know.
But let me fucking you know. But then we'll talk to you.
yeah,
Let me fucking you.
So wait, tell me something. When you know somebody that social media real polished, but in real life
I'm a
and
drink
reality,
This
if you
was-
understand the
what
art,
you
there's
dirty
beer junk.
boy.
Huh?
Change your ways, man.
Nah, boy, I like it. I like
I
watching
can
it.
be
No,
real.
no, seriously. Let me talk
The
this
dirty bitch.
seriously.
Man,
Let me
I
talk this.
can't hold this no more.
I got you.
back.
You got. But, okay, so you just you went back from. Okay, here, right. So I said, are there not people that we know that are falsely showing certain things on social media, and still I'm profiting from that, right? Like so that's why I said that there's sometimes, especially with social media, where perception is more important than reality. And I think y'all had a rebuttal or y'all were agreeing. I can't remember, but go on.
Well, I was kind of disagreeing, and you just kind of strengthened my point. You said they're profiting, right?
Mhm.
They look like they're profiting. Because you believe they're profiting.
All right. Well, obviously, you want me to go deeper. You got women. All right, good. All right,
I
you
watched
want to
that
hear
game.
me?
I want to hear you. I here for this.
Because I can preach tonight.
Let me talk.
Bring the
There's
word.
some ladies
Uh-huh.
who purport to be something, right? Based off of appearance and stuff. I'm just saying, whatever. That's just an example, right? And then you see them in person. That's not the case. However, all the flat tummy teas and things they're doing on social media, right? Because the perception is that, there are these socialites and whatever, carrying stuff a certain way or whatever. Reality does not reflect that. So I'm just saying, and that's just a very superficial example, but
It's
there
not
are
very good
people.
one either.
But there are people who say that they have these certain jobs, they show their best work. Out of the 10 things they do that they 10 jobs, they do 2 good, but the 2 ones, this get on social media, is get advertised, whatever, get a lot of comments and thing, and then there's get more work from that. I just saying that.
But
That last part.
But do they get more?
Right, that last part.
Because they get called.
But it goes back to your first point where they fake it. You think they're getting work. There are a lot of people who are not getting work. But they're going on social media pretending that they are getting work.
So like
and you get tricked that they get work.
You getting tricked.
They're creating these fake
sites.
As
You
in
get
the
tricked.
person who watching them post, you getting
Yeah,
tricked.
I too getting
But the
tricked.
people who hiring ain't tricked.
Yeah, and you see, it's making it bad for others who want to do well because they're saying, "Well, all she do is this here, or all he do is say I can do it too," and then they realize that yo, I'm not making it, and that's where insecurity comes in. That's when they start to get depressed.
Right.
The mere fact that women and men too, because I want to be sexist, because they would post something, ain't get enough likes, and take it off. Dog, that is a problem. Listen, I've had people ask me, I had a girlfriend called Rochelle. They call names because I don't care. They drinking. Anyway, I had a girlfriend called Rochelle, right? And it's like, you still talk to Rochelle? I said, we hatched you before? I said, yeah. So y'all done? Yeah. So wait, you still got she on picture number 12? Well, first of all, man.
That's not your business.
No, I got like 2,000 pictures on my IG. You going back down to number 12? That's the problem. And secondly, me deleting her from IG does not delete her from the reality real world.
Right.
I deal with a young girl. It was 2020, right?
When you said
Not that young. I mean, let me clarify before I get cancelled.
Salute, sir.
Thanks,
But
Damn.
she was younger than me, and she's more internet than me. I want to say,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you that girl archive about 400 pictures on my Instagram, dog, pictures that I forgot I posted, just because.
But that you don't see it as a problem?
I do.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I
to
do.
me, it's nothing. To me, it's like this photo of me
What's
that
nothing?
might.
That she deleted from you?
No, to me, it's nothing that this picture exists. It's
Yeah.
just a picture. That was me at the time, which I
Right.
think is important.
It is.
It's like I am not perfect, bro. Like I did look bad,
But no one's perfect.
right? Which is fair.
And IG's making somebody put it up. I think Brickle Boss put up the other that IG makes everyone think perfection is over there. No one's perfect.
You understand that?
I
this
didn't be
got-
in Barbados, but bro, you were sorry to cut you. You are
Yeah,
not
no problem.
balling, right?
Uh-huh.
Trying champagne and stuff like that. And disrespect, bar you girl Swift to go work the next day. No,
Yeah.
I being real. You on board cruises? Yeah, we chopping
Relatable.
balling. Sir, we go to work at 8 in the morning. Ballers who got money work for themselves or make the money work for you.
When
Right.
you say that Swift line, you got somebody in mind. You know who the body is.
He met me.
You know that?
Nah.
You know that Swift pink with the lashes and thing.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
Come
Oh
on,
my
come
gosh,
on, bro.
That's a very
That's
good.
a rite of passage, dog.
Do better, bro. You know you got.
Make it Swift drivers.
You know you got to move your shoes from off your navigators.
I understand what you mean, though, Marcus, but I understand that having a social presence could create opportunity for sure. But it is very easy to get lost in what these people are doing. A lot of these people ain't doing what they're saying they're doing.
You always say, IG is not a real place.
Mhm.
And once you bear that in mind, and they told the lady, the mere fact about, if IG is real, when you take a picture, blah, you do it. You're not going, I don't like that one. You get it right like then. From the time you switch it, you understand you are trying to create something that is not real.
Correct.
Right.
Everything my IG is real. Okay, my IG was shot. Okay, cool. But that was in the moment.
Yeah.
That was the realest.
Y'all advise me app name though. Insta.
Yeah.
Insta.
Don't even start me gonna do a
Not
show number
preparation,
2,
ground
right?
dog.
Right.
Yeah.
And grind, I mean, it is a friggin' drug.
But it is, though.
It should make instant gratification.
gratification.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Yeah. It
Okay,
should be really
Bubbles.
instant
That
That
gratification.
creative genius
I gotta
coming up,
get
man.
Right, because people are looking for instant gratification.
Yeah.
That is what Instagram really is.
This is a good topic, but I know I want to just touch on something quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. And I guess this would be our last thing. So I can just ask you this question, and this would be our segue into this entire topic.
Okay.
What drives you crazy, Bubble?
A lot of things drive me crazy.
Like
Be
what?
specific, Marcus.
Well, no. What drives you crazy?
No, but seriously.
On the real, though.
On the real, listen. I had a traffic jam on the way here.
No, but what's it like being on that show? You could just give us like your thoughts when you're doing it and stuff. Do you like it? All that stuff.
Well, no, because since the pandemic, we did some restructuring. So we did some restructuring. So I'm now working afternoon from 2 to 6 with Evolution Energy.
Right.
When I was doing the morning, I like the morning because it helped me. It got me up early. The hardest thing was actually waking up to go to work, right? But I actually liked doing it, and I preferred What Drives You Crazy when it was a bit, I want to say, jokier and sportier, because I'm thinking radio on the whole, if you're going to work, and this is where a program directing, a programmer comes in, On the Real was really structured to be more serious, dealing with social issues and stuff like that.
Right.
What Drives You Crazy is really supposed to be a man coming, yeah, man, and have a little joke to end the show on a light note.
Yes.
And when you go into work, it's funny, right? But I think sometimes it got a little serious, but it's difficult because if someone calls in and something serious is driving them crazy, you gotta deal with it.
Right.
For me, sometimes when Salt goes on vacation, I'm the person who does the morning show.
Right.
I can be out front. On the real, I prefer to do the morning show with someone for a lot of reasons. I think about radio holistically and how it sounds to the listener. I never put myself in a position like it's about me. It's about how it comes. When I'm on the radio right now, it is, I think, how does this sound to the person driving or listening?
Right.
Not, I'm here right now, hear what I have to say. And saying that is like, when you have more than one person, like we have here, you get diversity,
right,
and different opinions of that. You agree, you don't agree, and stuff like that, right? And stuff like that. And people don't really, some people say, oh, you want your show to last longer? Yeah, sponsors. And the mere fact, when people are not calling, if I'm there alone, why are you talking? Honestly, I've been talking for 27 years. I'm tired of talking.
He says on a podcast for a last
you know what I mean? Right? So that's why I have a problem doing it by myself. Not that I cannot do it. I prefer not to do it. So, and then the other thing is that the reality is, in radio, for my whole entire career in being 27 years in radio, you have certain people who are going to call all the time. And I put myself in a position like, yo, if we drive and work, I started my day. Who wants to start their day upset and angry? You understand, when you start your day with that negativity, that does offset your whole entire day.
But you know, people feed off negativity though, and they love the negativity.
Yeah. I am about that. Everyone like misery loves company.
Like they love that. People love to hate things. People love to hate things more than they love things sometimes.
I've been wondering lately, like I don't consider somebody today self that they said
I shivering because the hair cold, but anyway.
Me too, actually. But I love it. Actually,
I'm not nervous. I'm really cold.
They said the purpose of life is to play games to win, and I thought that was very sad because you know the whole like you will want your brother to win. There are people out there that just wants everybody to come down. Right. So if you're in a relationship, nobody can be in a relationship. Yeah, but so there are people, right? When they hear that negativity, they're like, yes.
And it's funny about it because it brings a story. You love stories, right? It brings a story where a lady, the last time I was filling in for Salt doing the morning show, there was a lady, they were saying that big sunshine calls and people call and stuff like that. And they're saying, man, the lady calls a message and says, man, you let people talk too much and talk too long and stuff like that. I'm like, first of all, it's the calling program. You call it. I believe everyone has their right to speak and say what's on their mind. Whether, one, I agree or disagree. Right. Whether I think what may be light to me may be important to you. What may be important to me may be nothing to you. Good. You get a wide fair opportunity. If at that point in time, I disagree with you and I have, I guess, information to show why I think your report is wrong, I would give it. If I don't have it, I'm not going to mention it. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. You don't know everything. And there's nothing wrong with not knowing. The great thing about not knowing is that you will learn. Thank you.
Welcome to the I Ain't No podcast.
I
don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know nothing,
you will learn, right?
Yeah.
Because of me. But there was a lady who was saying, Man, I prefer Salt because Salt would have cut them off and stuff like that. And first of all, please, Barbados, please beg you. The inner competition, the inner malice between me and Salt, I love Salt. Salt love me, we cool. It's not, and what I don't like is that people, that comparison.
Mhm.
I can never be Salt.
Right.
I can never be Marcus.
Mhm.
I can never be Kofi. You can't be me, you can't. We're two totally different individuals.
Which is
Right?
reasonable.
How he handles situations, I don't handle situations. How he handles them, he doesn't handle them. So when she called and she was saying, when she messaged and saying, I prefer Salt because Salt would have cut them off. You let people talk too long and stuff like that. I'm like, well, first of all, cutting off somebody when they're making a point is rude. Right?
Mhm.
And it's a calling program.
Mhm.
And then I kind of got out of character one morning and said, how when this feel really going to work? So angry and aggressive in the morning. Like, I can't picture my day. Let me down this hand. I'd be there with like, when I leave her, I'd be going, like, oh, jeez, let me get the beach to reset yourself, right?
Mhm.
And then I said, you know what, man? It's funny to you now because you're laughing at some person. It's kicks. You get cut off. Ha. I said, but the day you call in the radio station and Salt, me, Simply, Nikita DMZ, whoever disagree with you and cut you off, you ain't gonna find that funny.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's a problem. You're making a point, right? So that may probably you're not being fair. You're just laughing at someone because when I like that, I am about that, right? And nobody ain't dragging me down to that level.
I want to ask you.
I would start doing it at first. I would like, yo, boss, I am about it. I am doing it.
Yeah, you.
So
That me.
how would you describe you and Salt's different approaches to people calling in?
I would say Salt is. I think he likes the challenge and he likes people to come with facts and you like the back and forth, which is good for radio content generally, right? Me, I am more like, let me hear what you guys say, and like, I can take your point, but I don't really agree. But it just we handle it differently.
Right.
It's like if you have two parents where one parent is gonna spank you, and one parent is gonna say, all right, let me talk. I can discipline you and send you into your room, but I may not hit you. I'm not saying who can hit and who can spank, right? But that's just how it is.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just different way to
I,
approach it.
Salt comes across as a bit more I guess a bit more no nonsense.
Yes.
If you don't come, he would talk to you if you come correct.
Yeah.
If you don't come correct, sorry.
Yeah,
straight.
which is cool.
Which is cool.
Which is cool.
I mean,
You understand what I mean? Some
get
people
it.
like it. Some people don't like it.
Because
So
here's
I
the thing:
know
a lot of
alum
people don't
too.
want to deal with nonsense, which is
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
which is cool. You understand what I mean?
nothing's wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's a little strain of Admiral in him to me.
But you see, when you say ACB, it makes for good radio. And,
Right.
And before we used to go live, half the time we'd be like, man, you gotta come good. I'm like, got it. You know what I mean? So it's like you create that because y'all want to see behind the scenes with KSMB.
Right.
So it makes good radio and it adds spice to somebody driving and stuff like that. It's me, I got a problem when people being just disrespectful.
Yeah,
Like just being
yeah, for
rude.
sure,
Right,
for
right,
sure.
right.
If you're really disrespectful, yo, I can't deal with that.
Mhm.
You understand what I mean? But I believe everyone got their own opinion, whether I agree with it or not.
So people be disrespectful to you specifically. I mean, disrespectful to
I think-
what they're talking about.
I think both ways. In terms of, I don't like when announcers are disrespectful to people.
Okay.
And I don't like when people who know nothing about the logistics and the radio are coming to tell you how to do your job and do respectful and stuff like that. Because, I mean, it's like, you should do this, you should do this. But sorry, you don't know how radio station operates.
But are there times when the announcers that you're doing it with, you find them to be disrespectful?
I would say there have been times when announcers were disrespectful and they had to face the consequences.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't see that second part coming at all.
No,
Dun, dun, dun.
And what do you mean the consequences? They receive the consequences. I know you're probably assuming from management, but they also face the consequences from the
listeners.
public.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
You know what I mean?
That's a
So,
fact.
so another thing about radio and being in public platform, yo, if you want to be bold and say something, cool. You want to be a man or a woman, take it like a man or a woman too.
Right.
Yeah.
If women that come back, don't be that way. I didn't mean no. You said it. We'll defend it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
situation where I don't know everything about it, but it's kind of like when Salt was saying to the guys liming in the car park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just saw a clip, so I kind of speaking with limited information, but it's like I said, the guy, I know he is, I ain't just saying, but I'm saying, yo, bro, Salt was saying the fellas were leaving the garbage and stuff inside the car park. And he was saying, man, you look at my truck, and I got my stuff in my car, I don't do that. Yeah, but if it wasn't you, it had nothing to do with you.
Right.
But the minute you go on social media and create something, if somebody give you lashes, take your lashes because nobody was talking to you. Somebody told me a while about that people on IG, and they laugh at it, right? And then I'll probably get licks right now. They said, people on IG forget what it feels like to get coffee in your mouth, you know?
That is so true.
And I'm not advocating violence.
Put that on a shirt, though.
Yeah, it's
no, I'm
so
not
true.
advocating violence. But back in the day, right, before social media,
Nah, for real.
bro, don't count me because you spoiling my reputation and stuff like that. You would get a lash.
But here the facts, right?
It's true, you would get a lash.
Here the facts. In the event that if you were in a fete or in any crowded room where they got men, right? And there was a dark cloud over the room of, if you step up to this man, you can get punched in your face. If everybody has that same mentality, the way that you interact with people will be different. But because there's no like limit to like what can happen, there's no consequences. People just talk recklessly.
You can't carry likes to a social circle.
Not, right. First of all, you ain't gonna be a lash in your face because I don't want nobody to say about advocating violence. It's gives me, yo, if social media was not where it is right now, half of those who are airing them out would not say anything because it's easy to go behind. Do me saying. Until the boy in front of your face, man, I didn't really mean so big, man. You know, let me get a drink. No, you said it. You know what I mean? That was why for me, I tell people, if I said it, I did it. If I did it, I can say it. That's me.
Right.
That's me.
Boy,
boy.
We'll be here.
This is a part one.
I want to know the man promised me food,
Jeez.
dancing girls, everything.
You're going to cover it all. Curfew coming. I'm going to cover it all.
I get a drink, so thanks. You know what I mean?
Oh man, Bubbles bigger itself, man. Listen, you are responsible for so much good music. You're responsible for so much entertainment on your radio. It'd be funny that you got South Central Artist Management. All kind of thing. You are responsible for so many things, B. All I can say is on behalf of the listeners that appreciate you, thanks, B.
Yeah, we give you your flowers, man.
Yeah, B. And anybody that don't like Bubbles, call in to what drives you crazy and just talk about why you don't like Bubbles.
Yeah, no,
why
it's cool.
Bubbles drive you crazy. That's totally fine.
I don't mind because reality is everybody can't like me.
Exactly.
But you can respect me though.
Bubbles, bigger itself. This is the first time, not the last time, that you'll be on the show. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah, man.
With that being said, I Ain't No Podcast. We out.
Thanks for watching the INO podcast, Information, Knowledge, Observation. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you soon.